So,
I'm serious too.
let's get this show on the road. So, as you guys come to this blockade or obstruction, as we like to call it in professional terms, you hear some schlooping about nearby. And Gloop kind of comes running over towards you guys and stares intently at the boxes and then back to Zeratus and then to the boxes and then to Zeratus. And he's like, "Blurp,
What is it, boy?
blurp, blurp, blurp,
Is somebody trapped behind these crates?
blurp." And he kind of like splooshes his two hands together.
All right. How well put together are these crates? Like, can we destroy them or should we move them?
It looks like these crates you might actually end up having to move them.
Okay.
But
Would I hurt myself if I were to try to bash one?
it is possible you could try and hit it if you want to.
No, right, no.
You can give it a shot.
I'll kind of look to Morgak and do a head nod at the things and start moving towards it. Put two hands on it.
Mm-hmm. So before you guys end up doing that, Hivsham and Rylek are like, you know what? We can't have this guy tailing us around because he might get injured, and if he dies, then we're not going to get a reward. And Hivsham just kind of nods to Rylek and is like, you know what? We're just going to escort him back to the boats and wait for you guys at the shore. If you need anything, you just yell. So these guys are going to escort Gloop back to the shore here while you guys go on ahead. On babysitting duty.
Scared.
Yeah, they probably are. And Arissa's just like, you know what? Those guys are a bunch of wussies. I'm not... Oh, sorry. Those guys are a bunch of wussies. I don't really even want to go. This is stupid. My sister's behind here somewhere, and I'm going to go find her.
Bang on 100%, Arissa.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
All right. So you guys head towards the crates, and this is what you end up seeing. So in front of you is a giant pit. So that little pit there. And these boxes seem to be magically attuned to each and every one of your abilities. So the...
God damn it.
Go figure, huh? So the largest box and the long ones are all attuned to Morgak. And then the green and the brown boxes are attuned to Zeratus, and the pink and beige boxes are attuned to Arissa. So it looks like the evil dastardly Dews knew you were coming and decided to create this big obstruction in the way to slow you down for some unapparent reason.
Can we climb over the boxes?
You can try.
Don't do it. But do it.
I want to do it, but it's probably going to be like, oh, you climb on the boxes, instant death.
Alright, hold on. Just so that, we don't get hurt. Why don't I do a perception kind of thing? And just,
Sure.
I know you're telling us what to do here, I guess, but
Yeah.
Let's see if in character we can figure it out.
So yeah, we're going to say that you try to move one of the large boxes and it will not budge. It just kind of, you feel like something's pushing back on you when you try and move that large box.
Yep.
You have no reason why. You think it's just because you're too weak and you're feeling very emasculated right now.
I know nothing.
Morgak, you're just like, I just honestly, these are just boxes. There's nothing to them whatsoever.
I love thematic roles. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Morgak, you're usually just like, oh yeah, it's just boxes. Like, we can get this stuff out of the way.
So, you say they're attuned to us, but how do we move them? I don't know.
Oh, see, Morgak kind of figured it out. He totally pulled all those to one side.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying what I can do with them. Sorry.
No, you can do that. Yeah, you guys have to stay within the lines, but more or less, Arissa just kind of rolls her eyes at you guys, and she's like, "Look, guys, we have to move these boxes out of the way, clearly, but these little boxes aren't going to fit in this pit. We're going to have to probably get this big box that we have all across and to cover the hole. So once this big box covers the hole, we should be fine.
Oh.
But somehow, we can't move the boxes that we can't move. We can only move the boxes that we can, apparently. There's some magical force field that's keeping us from moving the other ones. So you guys get the big boxes, and I'll try and move out the other ones and see what happens.
Okay, so we're trying to get... so, wait, how do I ping?
You might have to click outside of it. So that big box that I'm pinging right now.
Okay, that's a big box.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, is that a sewer grate kind of thing?
It looked kind of like a sewer grate.
Okay,
Yeah.
So that big box has to get over there. Okay, I'm good at these things, I think.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm not going to make it too easy for you guys, so you're going to have to tell Orisa what to do, and I will do it.
Oh, she would hate to hear that. Okay.
We're gonna need to move the pink, the blue, the brown and the green ones up here so we can
Okay.
move this yellow one up.
Alright, so...
Okay. So I can do that.
Yeah,
Like
you
that?
move the pinks. Yeah.
All right.
Alright. Progress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we need to find a way to move this green one out of the way, and then we can slide this one all the way over and then move this one up.
Okay, Orisa needs to move the right white box up.
Okay.
Right white... or left box to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Morgak red right. Or I guess what I'm doing... I could have just moved that up.
That works.
But yeah, okay. Shit.
Wait, I'm thinking of this wrong.
Oh, no, wait. I think I know what to do. Yeah, move that... move red over. Because I can move these two down. Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, no. We're doing it right, I think. Because you could get the blue up. Then Orisa can bring the pink down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi guys, again.
Oh, hey! She's here!
Welcome to Intense Puzzle Simulator.
I do love this. I do love this.
What? Whoa.
So I'm not gonna move these boxes anymore now that Orisa's here. She's gonna be the one that does it.
I'm
We'll wait for you to join to catch up. It's fine.
Okay, hold on.
okay. I entrust you guys to do this puzzle because I am currently occupied.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'll take over for you, Orisa. That's what I've been doing for now.
I think we need the big box
Wait.
down.
Can I hear your Orisa's
Why
impression?
do we need the...
Hi, I'm Orisa. I'm also smart and more
Because-
intelligent than Morgak and Zeratus because these guys had no idea how to do the box puzzle. I had to
and then
tell
we
them
move the pink
everything.
one here.
Which kind of box puzzle is it?
Yeah, but you can't move the red.
You have
or
to
blue.
join and show. It's basically they have to get one large box to the
No,
pit to
because
cover
the
it.
pink one goes here. I drag the red one here and move this here. and then
Oh
we
shit!
drag it.
I forgot that thing could go both ways.
Yeah, I know. I kept thinking of it like the car thing, you know?
Exactly. That's what I was doing too. Okay.
But fuck that. This isn't the car thing.
Yo.
You guys should try playing a round of a game called Blocks. It might help you with the spatial reasoning issues.
Yo, male Orisa, we need you to move the pink block.
Okay!
It's the green one. Yay.
Yay! I'm doing good, guys.
I'll see you later.
This is like the best day ever.
Alright, we need white to go top white all the way to the left, bottom white left and down. Okay. Hold on. Wait. There you go.
Nope. You got to move the brown back.
Why?
Because you crossed over. Don't you
Oh,
mean? Ah,
Move the tank and then move that.
there you go.
Now we move the white one down and the yellow one.
Okay.
Both white ones.
Okay.
And I'll bring these two to the corners.
To the corners. Yay! You solved it!
Now the question is, how did we maneuver around with all those boxes there?
Da 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 da! Magic, of course.
Yeah.
All
I'll tell
right.
you. I figure I'll explain this. No.
Here, I got this.
You're just like we just know what we're doing. Yeah.
Morgak and Zertas high five and just like shrug it off.
All right. So all three of you make it past the pit. We're gonna say that pit's all covered. You come to a cliffside, and it's a bit of a drop down, but you figure you'd be able to get across fairly easily. The only downside is the fact that there's a rushing waterfall just below the cliffside that you looks like you might have to jump into. And it looks like there's a flow all the way down to a flat surface area over here.
Up, right?
Yeah.
And then there's ground beneath us and water.
Yeah,
That
so-
leads to a waterfall.
There's a cliffside for you guys. So,
So like this is the
yeah,
cliffside.
that's the cliffside there.
And then this is land we could walk on. And then
Yeah.
this is the waterfall.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Alright. I want to look around to see the safest way down.
Okay.
Or to even judge if I could just jump.
Yeah. Well, it's
Never mind.
you look and it's like, oh no, this is no problem. I could totally jump down from this. I'm strong
Cool.
enough to deal with it. Morgak, you're like, those are some jagged ass rocks.
So I'm about to jump.
Wait. Those rocks.
Oh. Didn't see those.
You gotta use your head.
This is where Arissa says I'm stupid or something.
No, she's just rolling her eyes. Is like, seriously, you guys, like this is ridiculous.
She's like halfway down.
Well, I gotta roll for her to see how well she does. Just for funsies, because you know I don't want to make it too easy, right?
Yeah.
She gets a nat one, I swear.
Yeah. Saving throw time.
Let's
Dex
just
saving
let's
throw.
just do Dex roll and see how she does here.
Wow.
Okay, so she nimbly, easily crosses down the cliffside, and she's looking up from the bottom and goes like, "Come on, guys, that was like the easiest thing I've done all day. Hurry up, chop chop."
Alright.
Last time I jumped down into a pit, there were just spikes and I got impaled, but fuck it.
Is that athletics?
Yeah, athletics. I just did like a dexterity roll, like used her nat 20 plus her dex. You could use strength or dex. Yeah, because you want your grip or ability to hold on to the side of the cliff, or your dexterity is just basically like jump from one side to the other. Oh yeah, like Zertis, you land onto the ground beside Arissa with no injuries whatsoever. Morgak, you kind of
like superhero pose.
Morgak, you try and do the exact same Zertis does, but you land face first on your head, and you take 1d6 bludgeoning.
-1 because he's angry.
No. So we'll say you take 4 damage from that.
Oh, okay.
That's
Sorry, I was
bullshit.
getting nailed in that.
Oh, the funnest.
All right. So you guys are safely down on the cliffside now. As you look at
Is there
the...
anything interesting to see?
Oh, you could roll for perception and see. what you might
God
see.
damn it! So many perception checks. I should just let you talk. You're about to tell us what's there.
You see water, lots of water rushing towards a underground well, it seems. And Morgak, you basically see the same thing. You notice the water is very fast, and someone with low strength might not be able to make it across easily.
How far across is it?
It looks about like 10-15 feet across. So this area here is where it drops, and then you've got the rushing water that goes into a underground area there.
Okay.
And you guys should be able to see this now, at least. So there's a big blockade there, but it's on an upper cliff. And then you have the lower side of it, which is now revealed here. And you see stairs that may lead up to somewhere.
I have a I took from one of the rooms. How long do you think that would be?
You have rope, you said?
Long plank of wood.
Long
that I
plank of
stole
wood.
From a room.
Long plank of wood? It looks like it might be able to fit across. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna set them down and see if it's, stable enough.
Okay. You notice... Oh, well, Zeratus notices that the plank of wood is a little bit rotted, but it is possible you might be able to get across it safely. You just have to take your time.
Morgak is obviously known for his patience.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go across first unless you want to.
So we'll say this is like your plank of wood here. So we're going to say that you laid it about... No, this thing is annoying me. There we go. Like that. Okay.
Oh, whoops.
Alright, Morgak's gonna attempt to cross.
All right. So you probably end up using athletics for this, I think.
Or balance? I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah. Okay. We'll say you made it safely across.
Well, if he can do it.
Anybody can do it. Oh yeah, Zeratus, you're good too.
Woo!
Alright.
Does Arissa even need to make a roll? Because she's just so small.
She would probably have advantage, but you know what? For flavor's sake, let's just give this a shot, shall we? We shall see.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, Arissa. It's too dangerous.
I'm half tempted to tie a rope around a javelin in case I have to spear her and drag her back.
In the chest. Yeah, that'll... You take, yeah, she comes back. She'd be like, oh, so what happened? It's like, yeah, he speared you in the chest to save you from falling into a river. You took, like, 3d6 piercing damage, but you're still alive. It's perfectly fine. No problem. And for some reason, I can't seem to find... Oh, no wonder I can't find it. Hold on. Ha! Technology. Okay. So let's do a athletics. What do we got? We got a 5! So as Arissa tries to cross the plank, it gives way under the feet that you guys have. You have very heavy weight, and it slips away, and she manages to barely hold on to the plank of wood as it starts going down the river with her attached to it.
Can I try to grab her?
Yes. So
Dex save?
dex save, yes.
Depending on if he gets this or not, Zeratus will probably dive in the water.
Okay.
I have advantage because of what is it? Danger sense. I think
Danger
that
sense?
applies.
Okay, yeah.
yes.
That's cool. Yeah, so that works. You managed to drag her up just in time as the plank of wood just goes into distance and gets smashed up on the rocks below. She looks up and he was like, "Oh, thank God. Whew. I was not about to die today."
If we didn't break the piece of wood, you did.
That is funny.
What are you trying to imply? Do you think I'm fat? Is that it?
Zerados like crosses his arms, opens one eye, kind of thing, just like sizing her up, like there's something off here.
Okay, just gently sets her down before, she says any more insults.
Yeah, you can kind of see some fire emanating from her eyes a little as her hands start to get a little hot. So you might want to watch what you say, or else she's gonna scorching ray your face.
All right. All right, let's move forward.
All right. So you see the staircase up ahead. Can I get you guys to roll for perception, please?
Oh, thank God.
Oh, this is perfect.
So Morgag, you're just like, nothing's wrong, everything is fine. And you, in your haste, decide to run up and just kind of be like, da 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 da. Everything's perfectly fine. And then it reveals to you that there's a couple of lizardmen guards right in front of you.
What?
But they have their backs turned. So it looks like they're listening intently to some sort of speech that is happening in the room nearby. Right at the moment, you can kind of hear some two voices talking. One has a bit of a... is talking in Infernal, and then the other one, which is a female voice, is also talking in Infernal, but it looks like it sounds like they're arguing with each other.
I don't speak Infernal.
Yeah. Orissa does, and she has a worried look come over her face.
I'll whisper to Orissa. I'll get on a knee and be like, "What are they saying?"
So she turns to you and she says she's not entirely sure, but she's pretty sure one of the voices is her sister.
I'll just look at Morgak and then like at the guards. I'll pull out the Morning Star, I guess, just to have it ready, just in case.
Okay. And Morgak, do you ready a weapon as well?
Yeah, Morgak's still brandishing his new great axe, so he's just waiting to use it.
Oh, okay. So you're using the new one?
Yeah.
Okay. Just as a side note, you can give the axe that you're using its name. It's called Bloodletter. So it's fancy. So when
Isn't it Game of Thrones where it's like every good weapon has a name?
exactly. And wasn't it? What did they say? It was like only a pussy gives a name to their weapon, and then Orissa, or what was her name? Arya Stark. She's like, mine's is needle.
It's like sticking with the pointy end.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah. So
it just changes Zeratos' voice to Sean Bean.
Morgak, I want you to make a will save, please.
Ooh.
Nice. It's gonna just stay. Oh.
Okay. So you hear inside your head. This is really weird for you to hear, but it's basically telling you to kill. It's just kind of like looming around in your brain. It's like, kill them, kill. But you seem to resist the urge to run forward and start bludgeoning these people with their axe. So
Haven't heard that voice in a while.
and Zertis, make a perception check.
Oh, I'm good at these. He says.
Okay. You think you might notice the axe kind of glow a faint red and you don't know why.
Wait, his axe?
His axe, yeah. You kind of notice it's kind of like
Mm.
glowing a little red.
I'll flash back to when my morning star was glowing in the last 2 sessions. The first session I was.
The first session, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll just bank that for now. Like,
Okay.
I'll talk to him when we're not stealthing behind 2 lizardmen.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but there is a door as well to the right of you.
I am not sneaky at all. I mean, like I've got stealth, but my dex is +0, so.
Yeah.
Well, I got disadvantage because I'm in half plate.
Okay, well, it's rather Arissa or myself then.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it a go.
Right now, she kind of looks to you guys and is like, "Look, guys, like I can't sneak up on these guys, and even if I do, I may be quiet, but I'm not strong enough to kill them in one hit. You guys are the ones that are going to have to do that. I'll stay back here and provide fire support if I have to."
I'm not wearing shoes, so I'll definitely stealth to the door
Okay.
slowly.
All right.
Morgak readies to charge in case shit hits the fan.
Okay. So yeah, you easily stealth to the door there, Zeratus.
Okay, I'll try to open it, like very slowly. Like, if it
Okay.
starts creaking, I'm gonna stop.
Okay. You try to open the door, but it is locked from what you can tell.
Can I hear anything through the door?
Roll for perception.
God damn it.
You don't hear anything. It looks like the door and the walls are really thick.
What's lockpicking?
Dex.
Do you have a lockpick kit on you?
Oh yeah, shit. No, I don't. Closest thing I would
You could
have
try
is-
lockpicking, but you'd have to get a disadvantage on it.
I have the bones of a spider.
I'd still have to give you a disadvantage because.
Great.
All right. Can I use my strength to just kind of force it open, or would that create too much noise?
You can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you not to do anything, Zeratus, man.
No,
You got this.
No, I know.
And Arissa tried to go and open the door.
Right now, it looks like she's too scared to even move. She doesn't want to make any noise because she's pretty sure that.
she's got all the magic-y.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do I have spells? I do. Hold on. None of these will work, probably. No.
You have knock.
No. These paladin spells. Alright, no.
Morgak, you have a version of knock. It's called your axe.
I was thinking my boots, but
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try to subtly force it open, like, is it, like, when you say it's locked, like, medieval lock, like, I need a key?
A key, yeah. It looks like the door is locked itself.
Shit. Alright, can I, like, try to pick it with, like, a lizard man fingernail kind of thing?
Yeah, but you have to roll, and I'll take the lesser of the two.
Alright, I feel like I've been hanging on to this for a while. I'm gonna make this lockpick attempt, and I'm gonna use the inspiration you gave me. So it should be a normal roll? Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's just a normal roll.
Alright, let's do it. Ooh.
All right. So you try and pick the lock, but it doesn't end up budging at all. And you also make some noise. So let's see if these guys notice here. All right.
Quick, become a statue.
So yeah, these guys hear you kind of like fiddling around, and they turn and they see you, and they immediately go to arms, to arms.
Morgak
In
instantly charges.
lizard
Perfect.
voice.
I was gonna say, like, I was half hoping rather see a blinding speed of, like, an axe or a moving half-orc.
Is this technically a surprise round?
We're gonna say technically yes. I'll give it to you because you guys were fairly stealthy.
So that gives us advantage on attacks.
Yes.
I don't have to burn reckless.
Do you want us to do initiative or just?
We're gonna do the surprise round first, and then after that, we'll do initiative.
All right.
All right. So 11 does not hit.
But the 27 does.
27 definitely hits. So you're hitting the guy in front of you, Morgak?
Oh, that was
I already don't like this axe.
Okay, so yeah, that hits it. So you slash the guy in the chest with your weapon.
Alright. And then I'll do the same.
Okay.
Ooh.
So first,
Advantage though, because we did surprise him. So.
yes, you get advantage. So you hit both times. So 11 and 7 to 18. Yeah, you hit this guy square in the chest. He is
he
very surprised. No, he's very surprised and in great pain. But you did some pretty hardy damage to this one guy here. All right. And then Arissa, she's petrified. She just doesn't know what to do right now. She's freaking out.
Whoops. Sorry.
Are you that hungry?
I'm not using that. I was just. Well, I can't use this because we didn't rest.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna get you guys to go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right. So we click on our character.
Yep.
Then.
And then
This
initiative.
is gonna be a great session, actually. You just tell.
There it is. All right. And I will make her roll for as well. Just gonna pull it
So
up
these
here.
are other lizard men, right?
These are other lizardmen. Yes. So they.
They're not.
Alright.
Boop.
Okay.
Okay, so she got a 4. And then these guys I'm just going to roll for 1, and then we're going to count that. Oh my god, that was horrible.
Yes.
Alright, so we are in order. So Zeratis, you're up.
Alright. I will smack with a morning star.
That's definitely a hit.
Does that kill him?
No, he is not dead yet, but he is very close to death. You're smacking this guy down, and he's just bleeding profusely from all of his chest
Hold on.
right now.
That's just the first attack. I was just wondering,
Hmm.
because I might do something different to the other one.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit too.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, you beat this guy into a bloody pulp, and he
Oh,
collapses
his
onto the
face.
ground. He is done.
I know the weak points of other lizardmen, so like I focused straight for like neck.
Morgak, you're kind of jealous in the way that he was able to dispatch this guy much quicker than you.
That's some good rolls though.
Yeah, starting to feel some friendly competition.
For flavor's sake, I want to say like, when you see these attacks here, they were like less feral and more like a technician kind of, you know.
Tactician,
Someone
yeah.
who's
Someone who
tactician,
knows
thank
what
you.
he's doing.
Yeah, because like I know he's a lizardman, so like those attacks were like perfectly at like joints and certain places where the scales are
Hmm.
less strong.
You're hitting the weak points.
Yeah, and I'll swear at him in Draconic.
Okay.
I'll make fun of his mother.
Insult to injury, damn, dude.
Jeez.
As he's
You can't do that. You already took your action for your one turn. You can't use vicious mockery.
okay.
Okay, so Zeratis is done. Morgak, you're up.
Speeding competition. I will not be outdone, so Morgak recklessly attack.
Nice.
All right, so the first one definitely hits. So that's a 16 or 9?
Yeah, so it's 25 total.
We basically did the same damage. That's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, you are beating these guys down like they're nothing right now. But this guy's still standing.
What?
For now.
Does Arissa have a clear shot at him with me in the way, or do I need to move?
She does not have a clear shot. You're in the way.
Where my...
Oh yeah, because there's a dead.
So if you do that, then he gets an attack of opportunity on you.
I'm technically staying within his range, though. I'm not exiting it.
That is true. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Unless
Yeah. If you're moving through, though, he still gets a attack on you.
Well, couldn't he enter my space and then over the dead body?
He still be crossing over the dead body because, like, anything in a 5-foot radius around an enemy is considered threatened space.
Right, but I thought it was exiting threatened space that provokes the attack.
Well, technically, you're exiting a threatening space and going into another one. At least that's my... The way I think of it is, like, if you're in front of an enemy and you're crossing diagonally across him, he's going to try and hit you anyway, regardless of wherever you move. If you take a 5-foot step back, that's basically a dodge that you're doing. So he could go to swing, but you just kind of step back. So you'd be able to do that, no problem. Without provoking up an attack. But you'd have to step backwards, so you'd have to go in one of those squares.
No, yeah, whatever.
I'm confused. I'm just going to flavor text. I move my arm a little bit, giving more of a clear shot.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right.
You could like do like drop to like the push up kind of thing and let a spell go over you.
Mm-hmm. Right now, Arissa, she's just still in panic mode right now. She doesn't know what to do. She's kind of freaking out. So she's trying to get herself together. And now it is the Sanguine's turn. So you hear a creak and a clunk coming from the rear view as two more come through the door running with their weapons drawn.
The thing I don't like about this is that... Oh shit. Are they attacking this turn?
Oh yeah, they're attacking this turn.
Okay.
So they moved and now they're attacking. So the one behind you, Zertis, is going to attack you. Let's see here. Right.
Come on.
15?
Oh, nope. Close though.
20.
Yeah.
Okay. And one. So a 20 and a 21 would hit.
Yeah, 20 and a 21 would hit.
Okay, so 6. So you take 6 piercing plus when he stabs you, you feel ice form around the wound that he makes, and you take an additional 7 cold.
Oh. Okay.
So it's he slashed you with his claws and he pierced you with his spear, and as he did so, it did some cold damage as well. So in total, it's 6 regular damage and 7 cold.
Alright.
And then the other one is going to go ahead and do the same thing to Morgak. So let's see what we got. Wait. Nope. 19 hit.
Yep.
Okay. A 15 hit.
Yep.
Okay. So that and that. So Morgak, you take 5 slashing, 2 piercing, and 8 cold damage. So 7 plus 8.
Okay, 15 total?
Yeah. And then the one in front of you, Morgak, is also going to do the same thing. Okay, that did not work. So 21. Okay, so he only managed to hit you with his claws for 3 slashing and 4 cold damage, so 7 total. And as they continue attacking, you hear yelling coming from the front of you, Morgak, and you see another one of the priestesses show up as well.
The one that was like doing the stuff with the girl?
Not the same one. You killed that one.
no,
This is a
but
different
like-
priestess. But yeah, same type. It's a different priestess that is here now. So she's going to go ahead and roll for initiative 2 and join the fray. And she rolled horribly. Okay. All right, so those guys are done. Zeratus, you're up.
Okay. I am gonna cast something. Actually, I'll do that last. Let's see how the rolls go first. All right, I'm gonna attack the one Morgak had hurt.
Okay, that's a hit.
Is he still up?
Let's see. So the one Morgak hit, he is barely holding on with his life right now.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll swing again here. So. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's the wrong button. Ugh. Oh. I'm assuming that's not gonna hit.
No, that did not hit.
Alright, so with my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's a floating. I'm gonna put the floating weapon between the priestess and the guy in front of Morgak.
Okay.
Spectral floating weapon. I can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of the weapon. Alright,
So I'll
so
spawn
I
that
have
there,
this- Yeah.
and I'll
then
give
I have
you
everything set up for it.
control for that. There.
Thanks. Yeah, spiritual weapon.
9 force damage. Okay, so the spiritual weapon spawns behind the sanguine. He kind of slowly turns to see what you did because he heard something appear behind him, and it immediately decapitates him and kills him.
Okay, cool. So like, I swung and I hit him. He didn't die, and I swung and he ducked. And then like, my left hand will like cast a spell, and my eyes will glow, and I'll say some words, and then yeah, decapitate him.
Mhm.
Nice. And then with my free action, I'll say, "Sorry for the kill. We got some others." Or kill steal. Sorry.
Oh yeah, just grunts at that.
All right, so
Can't talk.
Zeratus, you're
That's
done.
fine.
Morgak, your turn.
Okay. Continuing his reckless habits, he's going to turn around and attack the one that was behind him.
Okay.
These poor men.
I just can't catch a break.
Oh.
Okay, so the second one definitely hit. Oh, you have advantage, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it definitely hits. Both of them definitely hit.
So, how do crits work in 5th edition? You roll twice, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you roll the damage again.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it already built in?
Is it an extra just 1d12 or is it?
Yeah,
I think
it's
your attack damage.
Crit. I'm just gonna say for now, crit will be another D12 roll. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 25 damage on him.
25. All right. So he is still standing, but he is looking pretty nasty right now. Those gashes that you carved into his chest seem to be glowing a dark red as you slash into him. And you hear in the back of your head, tasty, good.
He can't talk back
How
because
did-
he's raging.
No, I haven't gone into rage yet.
Oh, he hasn't raged. Okay.
Okay, I sold him back for the moment.
Just reckless attacks, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
reckless. Okay.
Out of curiosity, can I bonus action just deck him? No.
I'll let you do like a audio visual insult if you wish.
Oh, those are the best.
Just give him the finger and go like, meh.
Well, Hank doesn't really do that. He was just gonna slash and just yell in his face.
Yeah, you can scream in his face. It's fine.
Not rage yet, but still just anger.
All right. I'm going to make a will save on this guy here, actually. Well, not technically a will save, but wisdom save. Okay, he seems to still be standing strong, but he's a little worried that he might not survive this. But because he's got his priestess on his side, he thinks he's got a chance still. Okay.
Call the priestess.
So that's done. Orissa, you can kind of hear in the back right now. She's like, I can't do it. I can't move. I can't help her. What's wrong with me? And she's just kind of like cowering in the corner still.
All right.
The priestess is up now.
I don't think my sword has health, but I'm not sure.
It's
It
possible.
does have health, but nobody ever really attacks that spiritual
Yeah.
weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. I know what I'll do. Bear with me here. All right. So, what she ends up doing. Let's see if I can actually find a. Oh, cool! I can. She ends up spawning her own little thing.
What? Are they gonna fight?
So she spawns an ethereal spiritual trident right beside your fancy little sword there.
It's like a lizard man sword.
Yeah, lizardman sword. So let's see here. Okay. So her spellcaster ability. Let's see here. I think it was this guy. Quick check here. Ooh, okay. So it's going to attack your sword there.
No.
Alright, so I'm going to roll a d20, and let's see what that does. So her attack abilities. Okay. So we're going to say that's a 15 with her ability. Does that hit?
Now, are you going off of my armor?
Well, what is your sword? Does your sword have its own AC that it has to meet, or?
I put it up there. In the book, it doesn't say, but it must.
I might have been thinking of Bigby's hand, because that has HP and everything, but I looked at spiritual weapon on.
Because this spiritual weapon in particular does not have an AC. So it looks like spiritual weapons are ethereal, and you can't attack them directly.
Yeah.
From what I can tell. So in that case, the trident can't really attack your sword, but it can attack Morgak.
Oh.
So I'm just going to move that corpse out of the way so I can actually see it here. So we're just going to do this. Oh, right. I know what it is. It's plus... Yeah. Okay. There's a 17 hit.
That matches, so up to you.
Oh, does it
I
equal?
don't remember if you say the matching hits or doesn't.
5th edition. I'll double check.
Sorry, you were cutting out. What'd you say?
That matches my AC, so
I'll say...
should hit.
Yeah, I'll say that is a hit if it matches or exceeds. So we're going to do it that way. And then I'm just going to go... boop, 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 boop. So you will take... No. Okay, there we go. 8 force damage. And then it's going to attack you a second time. Actually, no, it's going to attack Zeratus because it attacked multiple targets. Does...
Yeah, so according to this, if it meets it, it beats it.
Okay, cool.
It's the best way to do it. Oh my god.
So Zeratus, you are also going to take some damage as well.
Which
It's just
one?
a D8,
All
don't
of
worry.
them?
Yeah, it's a 1d8. So, yeah, Morgak, you would take 8 damage, and Zeratus, you take 7 from the trident.
If this was like 4th edition, I would say I'm bloodied.
Mm-hmm. Well, right
What
now...
counts as bloodied? Is that half? HP?
It's under half, I think. Because I think if you hit half, I don't remember if you're bloodied or not, but I'm under.
Okay, I'm 5 over bloodied at the moment. Looking
Yeah.
to change that soon.
So, as you guys start bleeding, you notice that the sanguine in front of you are kind of like sniffing the air, and their eyes kind of go slitted, and it's like they're invigorated by something.
Great.
So they're just
I'm
like.
gonna
So this one's going to go ahead and smack you around a little bit if it wants to load the attack that I just rolled. That would just be super duper. Okay, there we go. That's definitely going to hit. Does an 18 hit you, Zertus?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. And... Yep. Okay. So, that, and that. Alright, so... And then... 11. So that's 15 regular damage and 11 cold damage for a total of 26
What?
damage.
That'd be 26.
To me?
To you.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh, shit.
You down? No, don't go down.
Oh, shit.
I didn't think this was gonna be this bad.
I'm at -6.
Oh,
Technically, you
no.
just dropped to 0, so
Oh yeah, that's right.
just don't bleed out. In 3 turns, I'll get to you.
Okay. Alright, so that guy went, and now the other one's going to attack you, Morgak. If it wants to.
Bring it.
Yeah. 19 hit?
Yep.
Okay. Crit. Ooh, this is going to be
No, this
interesting.
might not go well.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, 18 hits.
18 hits too? Okay.
Man, Arissa could have fried these two.
Yeah, but she decided to not do anything, and I thought this was just gonna be 2 people, so I didn't burn a raid.
I didn't use. I was about to use what's it called? Divine Smite on these guys
That
behind
would have
us.
helped.
You guys were holding back. Don't hold back.
Well, to be honest, after the first round, I
Last
thought
time
Arissa.
we
I
went
thought
against
Arissa-
Skulls and I didn't hold back, and that was just a 2-round fight. I didn't find it worth it.
36 damage in total from that.
How much?
36.
I am alive! What hit point?
Zeratus!
Man,
You're up,
is
sir.
Health even calculated right? Come on.
These guys seem to be imbued with some fancy powers.
Okay, so I'm doing a death save, right?
Yes, sir. So you have to roll higher than a 10, and you did. So that's 1 out of 3.
Okay, most of her attacks are fire-based. She will explode everything.
Yay!
Okay.
Again,
I'm up.
I'm still at Golden Corral because family chose the place to eat.
It's okay. I will try and save their lives on your behalf, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, because I'm listening to this entire situation. I'm like, boy.
Okay, so Zeratus, you did your death save. You're good. Morgak, you're up.
Alright, I'm down a healing potion.
Good idea.
So I've got a potion of cure light that says 3d8 plus 3. So
3d8 plus 3. Wow, I made my cure light potions pretty powerful. All right. 13.
alright, that's
Nice.
enough.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hop into a rage so I don't die.
Smart man.
Yay.
Okay. That's your turn?
I can't exactly move.
Okay. So Arissa has finally gotten out of her head, and she's like, you know what? I got to get this shit together. My friends are in trouble. So, oh my god, guys, you're totally in trouble. I need to come help you now for some reason.
Rex are just gonna yell, shut up and do something.
I'm totally going to fire off Scorching Ray at one of these douchebags.
Wow.
Da 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 da.
Okay, quick beer attack, guys.
So, unfortunately, she misses her Scorching Ray.
As it whizzes by its head, Morgak's just gonna cross his arms, just look down at her like, really?
Happy day. Okay. So, the priestess moves up a little. Let's see here. How much damage? Okay. I think she'll do that, yeah. So... So you hear the priestess talk to herself, and a glowing white radiant energy kind of emanates from her to the guy in front of you, and you slowly see some of his wounds heal from that.
They're
So,
not allowed to heal.
well, apparently she healed
Not
him.
allowed to have a healer.
What?
So there's
Krista, do
that.
healing.
Heal?
All right.
This
Oh.
is how TPKs happen when you knock down the healer for.
Alright.
I keep forgetting your paladin.
So now the
Me too
two
sometimes.
sanguine are going to attack you, Morgak. So starting
Okay,
with
they
the
no
one in
longer
front of
have advantage.
Sergis.
Since I haven't reckless attacked.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy ended up critting on a claw attack on you. So
You can go to hell.
these guys are rolling pretty good. 18
Yeah, no.
damage.
How much?
18.
18 half, so that's 9. I'm still up.
Okay, and then the other one's going to attack you.
I'm literally double checking right now to make sure what my health total's supposed to be.
Alright, so there's a couple hits on that as well. So that's 19.
So now I'm down. Even half damage, that's gonna knock me out.
Oh.
That's not cool.
Thanks, Arissa, for doing nothing.
Zeratus, you're up. Oh, that's a fail. Morgak. All right. And Arissa. Let's see what she's got up her sleeves at this point.
Fucking fireball. I don't care anymore. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Yeah, she's got no healing spells. Whew.
Well, she shouldn't.
This is
I don't
very
think-
poorly planned, guys.
Alright, let's see what this can do. Da, 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 da.
Well, roast
Okay.
everything here.
She'll kill both of you.
No. It only cost us both one death saving throw. So we just automatically fail one.
Oh,
After that, if she gets to me, we'll be fine.
okay. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dex saving throw. So 20 foot. So if she fired it, that's 5. Oh, shoot. It's always going to be an inferno. Oh.
You have no idea how down I am with it.
I
She'll-
would've saved it anyway.
She'll hit the healer. Okay. All right. So you tell her to do a fireball. She's like, "All right, guys. This is going to sting a bit." So everyone you made a dex saving throw. So Zeratus, you hold on. I got to double check to see what her spellcasting ability is here. Okay, you have to make that. So yeah, Zeratus, you did not make that, but Morgak did.
I don't think it matters
So-
because we're both.
Yeah, we're both.
Yeah, you're both down, so it
We
doesn't
were
really
just-
matter.
we were just doing that.
Doing it for fun. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see how well these guys manage to dodge the fireball of death.
Dodge.
This.
Okay, so Dex, that guy is apparently very nimble.
Good for him.
No,
So the half damage cost.
that guy's not nimble. And she, come on, roll. Ah, Jesus. I'll take the first one on that. Okay,
So wait, if I'm at 2 failures, am I dead on the next one?
so
If you fail the next one, yeah, you're dead.
this guy manages to duck into cover and she manages to go around the corner, but the other guy takes the full brunt of it. So first I will do the damage to the ones that dodge to see how they do. So it was... Hold on, I gotta go back here and check what the damage... Okay, and half that. Alright, so... Alright. Rolling. Do I add anything to that? Oh, no I don't.
Poor rolling.
Yeah, that is. So, this guy...
Why are you rolling 46?
You take half damage for the ones that dodge.
Yeah, you still roll the 8d6, you just half it afterwards.
Oh, okay. I'll just do it that way then. There we go, so 10.
It's more like it.
Yeah. 10. And 10. And this guy takes 20! And he's still up, but he's on fire. And we're going to say that trident's gone. Hey, whatever happened to your little sword there, buddy? Does that dissipate after a certain time?
Alright.
Oh well. And the priestess is back up again. So now she's taken a liking to your little Orisa there.
I guess my spiritual weapon's dissipated, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably long
'cause
gone now.
It's not a concentration spell, but I'm down, so...
Mm-hmm. Wisdom saving throw. Oh, okay. That seems to be interesting. So... Wisdom, spell save, a DC... Okay, cool. So, it looks like the priestess is trying to cast something on Orisa, and she's attempting to resist whatever it is she's being cast on. So let's see if she does a good job. If not, this is going to be very interesting. Okay, she does not. So Orisa is now frozen in place, and she cannot move. That sword's gone. And the Sanguine come out and go after Orisa now.
So not only, if it's full person like I think it is, they have advantage, and if they hit, it's a crit.
They already have advantage.
But still, if she's frozen like full person, it automatically.
Yeah. Not entirely sure how well she's going to end up resisting this onslaught, but we'll see. Okay. Alright, so... That.
Oh, I'm looking
And-
online. People are saying that spiritual weapon has to be dismissed, but I guess there's no one to give it commands.
Yeah, because you're down right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What is... her...
My lasting breath. Kill everything.
That would kill us too. We're a part of everything.
It'll just go on forever, killing everything.
Alright, so now I gotta figure out if she managed to get this up here.
I don't think I have a single paladin spell that is a
Mm.
reaction. I don't even know if there are any.
So, she is down for sure now after this.
Oh god.
Alright, so after Zeratis and Morgak, you guys still have to make 2 saving throws, don't you?
I'm gonna
I mean,
die.
we could, or we could cut to black, and then you do whatever was gonna happen.
That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm thinking about doing. So in that case, you guys all sort of just kind of black out, and we are taken to the front here.
Should I put myself
Yeah, you guys
at
are
1 HP?
I say till something happens.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
Put my successes and failures back on the death saves just in case. 1 success, 2 failures.
I'm 1 and 1.
Ooh.
So
Wait, did we take... Oh, that's right, yeah. Because I took 1 from the fireball, right?
Yeah, technically.
Alright. As you guys are brought to the priestess, you notice a couple other guards flanking you
Yo,
as well.
I don't notice shit. I'm knocked out.
They wake you up.
Alright, I have 1 HP.
And you're surrounded by several sanguine guards and the priestess, who is chanting in front of a tiefling that is bound and gagged. Arissa's eyes kind of open wide and just kind of whispers to herself, "Sister." So the priestess is now talking in common to you guys and addressing you as like, "You thought you could stop me? Did you really think you could stop what I was planning on doing?" That's not a rhetorical question, seriously.
Hold on 1 sec. I'm looking something up.
He just looks to his left and right and just... Why am I not dead?
Damn it.
Or sorry, why am I not dead?
This spell is verbal and somatic. That means I have to move my hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Yeah. Well, you could try and see what happens.
Do I have to make a roll to see if I can use my hands and then...
Yeah, it would be a stealth check.
God damn it.
But
I'll try.
it'd be with disadvantage, I gotta tell you that right now, because there's like a bunch of eyes on you.
Alright.
So yeah, just act all natural. Yeah. It's like, "You're in luck though, because I'm not the one who's allowed to kill you. That is allowed for my master. But unfortunately, this one in front of me here is not so lucky. She tried to stop the ritual that we were trying to do, so she goes first."
What's the ritual?
None of your business, obviously.
I think you make it my business.
Fine. Well, if you must know, we're attempting to awaken the Deep Ones, so they can lay waste to all these land-lover people. They must all die in a fiery death. And then once we've taken over the entire world, we will be supreme commanders of the entire Adnal community. And or / world. You know, the usual mumbo-jumbo. But yes, suffice to say, you're going to be thrown into a pit and eaten alive by a giant octopus.
So Zertas is gonna...
make things where everyone's dead.
Yeah. Zertas is gonna speak up and go, "You summon the Deep Ones and they'll just end up killing you. They don't reward anyone."
Roll for persuasion.
I can do this.
You got this.
Nope.
Nope. No, she doesn't believe you one bit. She's like, "Our masters will reward us for killing everybody on land with great riches. Who are you to say anything, traitor?" And she points to one of the sanguines, and they kind of pull down your armor, and they see the circular burn mark on your neck. And it's like, "Just as I suspected. You betray your own kind for these heathenous people. You..."
Can I...
Yeah.
I want to try to bite.
You're bound. You cannot bite. No. You try and bite, and he takes his hand away and kind of like backhands you with one of his arms. It's like, "I am going to enjoy watching you die."
How would you watch us die if we're at the bottom of a pit?
Dark vision! Obviously.
Dark vision doesn't go that far.
Shut up!
I
The other one backhands you on the other side. It's like, "Stop sassing him! He's had a rough day."
Hey, Smexy.
Yeah.
Morgak just gets at him.
So when I was brought to, do I still have my mace? Or
No,
my
no,
bracelet?
you guys are disarmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morgak's never disarmed.
No, his hands are his weapons. So yeah, you guys end up being bound, and she ends up talking in her language, and she starts summoning the circle that you guys are on right here, and you all kind of go into the center along with Arissa's sister, and then you end up in a dark, cavernous, underground ruin. So, with that, as you all exit the portal that you're summoned through, it immediately closes behind you. Before you lies a ruined temple in a cave surrounded by jagged rocks and a raging river below the cliffside. In front of you is a large glowing seal that is raised above the ground and is about 40 feet in diameter. On the seal are many strange symbols etched into its surface. As you guys approach, you notice that Arissa's sister starts to get very nervous around the seal, and the priestess takes her sister and she brings her to the seal, and as Arissa's sister gets closer, it starts to glow a very bright red, and runes that have been etched into the skin of Arissa's sister start to glow that same color.
Okay.
You see? She's the key for releasing the monster beneath us. She will open it, or you will all die.
Does Morgak still have his bag of holding, considering they just took the weapons, right?
Yes.
Gonna keep that as a side note.
Mm-hmm.
Are we being held by one or two guards?
So you're being held by 4.
Oh,
There's 4 of them.
that's fair.
Yeah. they're not gonna underestimate you guys at the moment. They kind of know what happened to the last ones that tried to fight you guys, so they're being very very cautious right now. So
Okay.
yeah. So as she approaches,
So,
oh,
hold on.
go
There's
ahead.
4 holding each of us?
Just standing around us.
They're just standing around you. You're all bound and
Okay.
right now with rope, all of you. Yeah.
Okay, just painting a picture.
Yeah, no problem. So you see the priestess lean into one of the ears of Fertilla, who is Urs's sister, and whisper in something in your ears, and her eyes kind of go wide a little. And she's like, speaks back in Infernal, and you notice that the priestess can also speak Infernal as well. And and they're kind of having like a hushed conversation. You guys can roll for perception if you want to see if you can understand it.
If you want. As if we wouldn't. Oh, man.
So Morgak, when they were talking in common, you heard the priestess tell her to open the portal, and you could kind of tell that obviously Fertilla doesn't want to, but she probably doesn't have a choice because they'll probably end up killing you guys if she doesn't. So Fertilla just kind of like gives a deep sigh and looks to Arissa and just kind of like looks really defeated. So she ends up putting her hand on the seal and she speaks some words, but nothing seems to happen. The symbols glow for a second, but then they go faint. And
Performance anxiety.
yep, pretty much. And she talks in common to the priestess. She says, like, I can't do it without the cipher. If we don't have that, then we can't open the seal. So the priestess kind of like turns to you guys and is like,
All right. Very well. Where is the cipher?
and she's looking
What's
at
it
you
look
guys.
It's a piece of parchment with symbols on it, written in Infernal, found in this underground cavern. Where is it?
Okay, out of character, do we have this?
You do not.
Okay. I didn't think
Okay,
so.
it's
I was
just
like,
gonna
I don't
point in a random direction. There.
Nice.
Roll for persuasion.
I will
Oh,
support
with my
him.
-1.
I'll support him.
Okay, you can support him.
I'll enforce it. Never mind.
If only that was a crit win. Oh!
He
Oh!
didn't need it. I take it back.
Okay. So, they kind of look suspiciously at you, Morgak, and they're just like, wait, how does he know this? So the priestess approaches you, is like,
It's over there, over the cliff, in the water. Really?
Morgak just gnawing on something, just like as though he's got like a hay thing in his mouth. Just looks down at her and just. Yep.
Very well. You there! Go fetch it!
and she points to like two of the guards that are with you guys right now, and he's just like,
What, me? It's like, yes, you fool! Go into the water and get the cipher.
you honestly believe that?
Yes. He wouldn't lie. He's an orc. Orcs are idiots. They know nothing.
Can I suggest? Oh wait, these are the lizardmen people, right?
Yes, yes.
Never mind. Never mind.
So, the two lizard guards go like, fine, and they start making their way gingerly down the side of the cliff into the rocky, jagged rocks below, trying to look for the cipher.
Do you really want to risk 2 of your men? You can always send me to go get it.
I was thinking she sends 2 more just in case.
Or that.
I'm not even get you to roll for persuasion to try and convince her to do that, because there's no bloody way she's going to.
Okay.
So she's like,
Do anything, we're bound.
You know what? I think you're right. Why risk my men when I can risk your lives instead? Very well. Up you go. Here. Release the lizard man. He's a traitor. If he dies, there's no great loss there. The orc we might have use for later.
so the two guards gingerly cut the straps off of you, Zeratus, and give you a quick shove to the cliffside and point below and say, jump.
Okay. I will do this.
Wow, decent. So, with a great swan dive, you jump into the water below, missing all the jagged rocks that would have hit you had you failed, and you are now deep underwater. So,
Sweet.
what you notice right now, Zeratus, is there is seems to be like a very large cylindrical metal apparatus that seems to be jutting out of the water straight up from where you came. So it looks like this seal is covering some sort of magical barrier well that is housing something.
Okay. I'm in the water. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm saying all this in Sicilian.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Do we have Lay on Hands as a paladin?
Oh, Jesus.
I think lay on hands is only when you're resting, isn't it?
No, that's
Just
an
my current
action. You can do it
situation,
to
this is
yourself
just
as a
like-
bonus action. You should have like 25 points in a pool.
Oh, never mind. I'd rather do that.
You know when in video games where you're kind of at that point where it's like, you know what's going to happen, and things are really bad and you can't do shit?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna.
my current situation.
Yeah, that's...
I am nowhere near a computer. I'm literally standing outside in the parking lot.
Alright,
Alright,
I'm explaining.
Morgak's gonna have this.
It's okay. Like I said, I have a backup.
Morgak's got a backup.
I swear to God, if you kill her only family member left.
Okay, so
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
I've lay on hands myself and cure wounds, which was a grand total of 27
Yay!
or 26.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm in the water. I'm healed. I see this giant metallic cylindrical well seal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what exactly was I supposed to be doing down here again?
You're supposed to be looking for the cipher that apparently is to help open the seal to whatever is sealed inside this well.
Okay, perfect. Is there like an alternative way I can make my way back up besides the way I came?
Well, roll for perception and see if you notice anything. You have no idea. Right now, the water is so murky and dark that you can't see.
Okay. I'm trying to think here. Because I have no weapons. I mean, I have my bite, which isn't bad, but... spells. Any other good spells? Not really. Okay, I will... I'll swim down. Can I swim down to, like a shelf? Or, like, the ground?
So the sea ground.
Yeah, like how...
Yeah.
Is that too deep?
No, it's not too deep. You'll be able to
Okay.
reach the bottom fairly easily. Plus, you got
Right.
water breathing too, do you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll be
Or
fine.
no, I can hold my breath for, like, a really long time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I say fuck you and draconic sea.
In Draconic, the priestess doesn't notice what you're saying at all. She doesn't understand Draconic.
I would understand, but I'm in the water. I'm gonna grab a bunch of seashells, seaweed, like just whatever, odd-shaped rocks, and try to make like some weird necklace underwater.
Okay.
So what? That'd be crafting, deception? No. Survival, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like putting something out of nature together. Yes! Alright, I've crafted the cipher. Or the C version of what's around me. Alright, so I'm gonna toss this around my neck and swim back up.
So wait, you crafted a necklace? The cipher is parchment with stuff written infernal
Oh yeah,
on it.
shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you literally just made yourself a
forgot.
fancy necklace underwater.
I forgot what the cipher was for a second. Alright, I guess there's no like paper or like planks of wood around here, eh?
No, right now you're underwater. You don't see any of that.
Alright, well... If I don't come back, would they just think I'm dead, or do they see me do this perfect swan dive?
They saw you do the perfect swan dive, so they're pretty sure you're not dead. You're just taking a while to find it.
Okay.
And going back to Morgak and Orissa,
Okay.
you notice that the guards are getting very impatient right now, and so's the priestess. We'll say it's been like almost 5 minutes now, and he still hasn't come up yet.
Okay,
So-
I have a plan. I have a plan to get back.
Yeah.
If it fails, it fails, but here goes.
Mhm.
Alright. So, you said the water's murky. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
pop my head up just to, scout.
Yeah.
And I've moved over so that they're still looking down where I was, but, that's the way to get back up, so...
Mhm.
I want to climb back up, very stealthily.
Okay. I'll say that you are able to climb up fairly
okay.
easily. You're quiet, but you're finding it very difficult to make it up the side of the cliff right now.
Okay. Because what I want to do is, if I could get to the top of the cliff, or, close to the top of the cliff and, yank one of them down or something.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah,
Oh god.
you could try that.
Alright, what do I need for that?
So it's going to be probably a strength check versus
Just a flat strength check?
just a flat strength check. Then I'll roll against it with a Dex saving throw.
Oh, I don't have inspiration, but here goes.
Would it be advantage because he's at stealth?
He's stealth, yeah. So you would have advantage on that, yeah.
Alright, let's go.
All
They
right.
call me Ezio Lizardman Auditore.
Let's see if this guy notices. No, he did not notice that you grab it. So, you see one of the guards. He's kind of holding his spear, pointing towards the water, just kind of like scanning the water. And you grab his arm that's attached to the spear, and you yank him over the cliff. And he goes screaming into the rocks below.
Can my tail catch his spear?
Roll a dex and see if you do catch it. You
Nope.
do not catch the spear.
All right, cool.
No.
All right.
So are the guards mad at Morgak for like just gnawing at the bonds on his hand?
They keep telling you to stop it. They notice.
I'm hungry.
And as they do that, they hear the scream come from the side of the cliff as one of the guards disappear from view. And she's like,
Can I quickly try to grab the other one?
he hasn't come to the cliff yet. They're about to.
Oh.
Yeah. So one of the guards immediately starts running towards that, and she yells in, I guess, lizard folk to the other.
It's
Draconic. Yeah, she yells in Draconic to the other two to prepare to kill one of the hostages.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm gonna lay and wait for the next guard to see what happened.
Okay. So the guard looks, and I'm just gonna do just like a, I don't know, perception, like a
You want me
flat
to roll stealth
d20.
again?
Yeah, roll stealth against his perception.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he sees you. He sees you, and he goes to attack you with his spear.
If the guard's distracted, can I down another potion of healing?
You are currently bound, so no.
Is it? I figured it was the front of me and not behind me. That's why I was gnawing at it.
Yeah, you're bound, like your arms are bound in front of you, and they can see you gnawing on your bonds, and they say, "No, stop it, or we'll
Okay.
kill you."
All right. So there's one guard in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to cast command. It's just verbal.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. You speak one word command to a creature you see within range. The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. Okay, so my spell save DC is 14.
Spell save DC. So Wisdom. He does not resist.
He does not.
No, he does
Cool.
not.
I'm gonna tell him to keep walking. I'll say, or I'll tell him run, because I can only do one word.
Run. Okay. So he
Or
hears that.
no. Wait. Jump.
Jump. Okay. So he immediately, his eyes glaze over, and he leaps off the cliff into the rocks below. And now the priestess is freaking pissed. She's like, "Oh, god damn it, not again. Kill them all."
Yeah,
So-
I'm not gonna push my luck. I'm gonna do like a really cool flip and like get up there.
Okay. So immediately, the two guards that are flanking Morgak go towards Arissa's sister, and they take the spears and they shove them both into her chest and her neck. And blood spurts from her mouth as she kind of like gargles a little, and then she falls limp onto the ground.
What? I don't have a chance to cure wounds?
I was gonna ask, while they're walking away, Morgak's going to either break the bounds and down a potion, or
Yeah.
just down the potion.
You can do either or. So you can do break the bonds. You won't have enough time to down a potion though. Well, actually, no. I'll let you do both. It's fine, because it would have taken them a while to just run over and then stab Fertilla. So
Alright, this is my last good potion. Other than that, I have a 1d8 one.
okay.
Oh god, come on.
13 is not horrible.
What are you at?
I'm at 14.
I'm
Now
at
I'm
3.
flying.
Because I can only
everything.
cast 2 more spells, so I have Cure Wounds, Bless, Command, or I could do another spiritual weapon. I think I'll save them both for Cure Wounds. Okay.
So as this happens, Orisa screams out in bloody murder, and her eyes glow red with fire, and she incinerates the bonds that were holding her, and she fires off this fury of flames all in front of them. She hits the priestess and the 2 sanguine warriors, and they burst into flames and run screaming over the side of the cliff.
Shit. Okay. I'm gonna rush over to what was her name?
Fertilla.
Fatilla.
Yes.
I'm gonna. Can I assess if healing her or medicine? Here we go.
Yeah. Do a medicine check.
Fuck. Don't know if it's gonna work. Gonna cast Cure Wounds anyway.
Yeah.
Where's Cure Wounds? Yeah, it's better than the Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Oh, why did I do it twice?
So you attempt to cure wounds, and unfortunately, it looks like the wounds are mortal.
Shit. I don't have.
So
medicine.
wait, everybody, the bad guys are gone, right?
The bad guys are on fire, falling over the side of a cliff because Orisa incinerated them.
But they're not a threat at the moment.
No. They're
Okay,
dead.
So we're just gonna walk towards the dead body, pull out one of the weird mystery vials, shake it, and then just look down at her, and then pop the cork and drop it in her throat.
Okay. So as you do that, her skin turns gray, you notice, and she becomes very cold to the touch. But then her eyes just fly open, and then she sits off coughing. The wounds that she had got inflicted upon her heal almost instantaneously.
I did it.
Yeah.
Still casting Cure Wounds, thinking I'm doing something, just thinking that'll help.
Is she punching me? I feel insulted.
No.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Fertilla sits up, coughing and wheezing, and she looks to you, Morgak, with sympathy in her eyes, and she just kind of smiles and nods to you. And grabs attempts to grab your huge hand and hold it in her both hands, but it's just way too big for her to hold entirely. She's like, "Oh, you're a big fella, aren't you?"
Morgan just looks at her like, what the hell is with this family?
So she kind of looks at her hands now, and she's a little confused. It's like, "What did you do?"
Found a potion.
Wait, what kind of potion?
It was green. It blue.
Used
it before.
Where did you find it?
Well, the first time I found it on a cart. Second, I found her in a box.
Wait, did you find it here?
I found one of them here.
And she kind of looks at you, and she's a little perplexed, and she's like, "I think you found a potion of Geth. I've been looking all over for those. Do you have any more?"
Why?
They are worth... A single vial is worth 50,000 gold pieces. We could be rich!
No.
Roll for persuasion.
I'm still surprised I have persuasion as a skill. Why did you do this?
Because he's a unique orc. He learned it from being around humans, but he's still kind of working out the kinks.
Let him have it too.
She believes you.
I thought it was because he was vile.
Yeah. She kind of like looks at you and is like, oh, I guess he's telling the truth. I don't know. But she believes you for now. You know. She's like, okay. Well, if you do find any more of them, let me know, because, again, we could be rich. And then she kind of sits up and runs over and hugs Orissa. And they kind of like
Morgax
talk a little.
just gonna sit there and just be like, yeah. Yeah, but everyone keeps dying.
I'm.
Oh, sorry, I was cutting out there for a second. But yeah.
Oh, me.
Oh, both of you. But that's okay. It's we'll carry on.
Say, is there stuff like around here?
Yeah, like the guards before they caught on fire, they would have dropped your stuff. It's laying on the ground right now.
All right, I'll suit up.
Yeah. So
Down at you that earlier.
So Fertilla approaches you, Zeratis, and she noticed that you had that mark on your neck, and was like,
Yeah, I'll just be covering it up before she says anything.
yeah. And she goes into kind of like whispers, like, are you one of the resistance fighters from the old world?
He's gonna like eye her up, but yes.
I have waited a long time to meet one of you. Here. And she kind of like reaches into a pouch that she has on the side and takes out a piece of parchment and hands it to you. You'll need this. It looks like it's the cipher. Oh, now I'm cutting out.
Right.
We can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, okay. We're back. Sorry. So yeah, she ends up handing you from one of the pouches that she has on her side a piece of parchment with Infernal written on it. But
Okay,
as
I'm
she
gonna
hands it to
see.
you, it
Yeah.
changes into Draconic.
It changes into Draconic?
Yes. And she's like, I've been waiting a long time to see one of you. This is what you need.
Thanks.
And she points to the seal and she's like, this is a portal. Essentially, well, it's more or less a prison. Whoever holds the cipher can summon whomever they want. The priestess captured me and gave me the cipher to open up into the demon world to release a evil upon this world that is beyond recognition. But for you, if I give it to you, you can save your god.
Yeah. I was thinking about bringing
What's his name? The little kid?
Oh,
Was it
well,
the kid
Sir
named
Fertiti
Free
was the
for that
one that was
person?
locked up.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot if the kid was captured or Sir
Huh.
City was captured.
Yeah, the kid's
Okay.
by himself right now, just kind of
Right.
throwing a fit.
So,
how do I do this?
You have to read the riddle and you have to solve it. So basically what you do is you put your hand on this seal, and she takes your hand and puts it on top, and she says, there's 3 riddles attached to this parchment. You have to read aloud the riddle and the answer you give it. As you do so, one of the seals will be dissipated. There are 3 seals that you need to break before you can actually free your god from her prison.
all right. So I'll put my hand on it, and what does it read?
Okay, so I will give you guys the handout here. Alright, so under handouts, it should read Cipher. You can click on that, and you can see the 3 seals in each riddle.
Okay. On this are instructions written in Infernal. Just kidding, it's draconic.
Just kidding, it's draconic, yes.
Riddles must be spoken out loud in infernal. Just kidding, it's draconic. For each seal to be broken. Alright. So, reading out loud.
What is thicker than water?
Okay, out of character.
Mm-hmm.
Blood?
That's what always comes to mind.
Okay.
Blood.
And as you say that, one of the seals dissipates.
Hey!
So
Shit.
this is what it looks
Ooh.
like.
That looks cool.
I just gotta go to this, I think. Okay, so one of the outer seals... Oops. No, not that one. One of the outer seals dissipates.
Okay.
What comes for us all? Death.
And as you say that, second seal dissipates.
Alright, cool.
What conquers all?
Now, I'm going to assume this one is time.
As you say time, it does not dissipate.
Oh, I'm saying that out of character.
Oh, okay. But-
Oh, I said it out of character just in case saying it in character's like...
Oh, no.
I think
No,
so.
nothing happens. It just kind of like
Oh.
glows faintly and then
Right.
dissipates, yeah.
So what
But you're
conquers
saying
all?
this all in draconic, so
That's
okay,
true.
understand.
No one understands me anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll say time. I'll say time, and then nothing happens, and then I'll say it in common.
What conquers all?
Orcs.
I say orcs in draconic.
Nothing happens.
No
That's
good.
a liar.
All right, so it's not time. I thought that was like clever.
Out of character, I swear if it's law.
What?
Ah!
What?
He's like, I swear if it's love. I don't know.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Blood is thicker than water. Death comes for us all. Is it love?
I don't know, ask.
I'll try. I'll try it. Love.
Seal dissipates.
Are you?
So as it goes away, you hear a very loud hum, and all the seals crumble away to reveal a dark pit, a deep, deep, dark pit in the center. And I'll get you to roll for perception and see if you hear anything or see anything. Okay, so you hear.
Do it twice.
You hear like a bit of a low hum coming from the well as you think you might hear something splashing around in there.
I'll call down.
Okay.
I'll say in Draconic, I'll be like, my goddess, are you there?
Okay. And you hear up in a faint voice is like, "Is that you, Zertus?"
I get the tinglies when I hear someone say my name. Ooh. Is that like the god saying my name?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I'll, whatever's customary, kind of like bowing down or like getting kneeling or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll do that, even though she's like not in front of me. Or anything.
Yeah.
I'll do that and be like,
Yes, it is I.
Okay. As you say that, you see some blue tentacles reach out on either side of the well and start pulling up, and more tentacles reveal themselves as you see Surfer Titty reveal herself in front of you in all her majesty and glory. By the way, she's about like 75 feet tall, so she's quite large. She's taking up pretty much the entire cliffside, but she is actually just kind of like writhing her tentacles off to the side so she doesn't like knock anybody over.
is it like in animes when the tentacles are like in constant motion, but they shouldn't be?
Yes, exactly.
Right. Okay, so I'll say like,
My goddess. We freed you.
And I'll point like to Morgak, Orisa, and Fertilla.
Yeah. So she looks around to all of you and she kind of like smiles and nods. Is like, I've been trapped in that prison for far too long. It's good to stretch the legs a little bit. And she just kind of like flaps her tentacles all over. Oh, sorry. It's been a while. It's like,
Is this in common?
yes, she's speaking in common.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't say I've ever seen an orc help a lizard man before.
It's me. I'm actually back for really.
Yes.
This is the perfect time to like get in on.
Yeah. So
So yeah.
yeah, I'll fill you in real quick. What happened? So, good news and bad news. Good news is you saved Sir Fritiddy, but yeah, your sister's a zombie now.
Yay! Love conquers all.
Yay!
It was seriously love.
It was.
It's the
Morgak is
love
not
that
amused.
actually fuck his goddess.
Yep, pretty much. So yeah, in her presence, you guys feel like this very warm, sort of like, I don't know, fuzzy feeling. I want you guys to make a will save.
Do I feel this too? Because she's.
Oh, you definitely do.
Oh, son of a
You
bitch.
have disadvantage on this Ceratus.
Is
Give
this
me a minute. I gotta open up my computer.
Okay, no problem.
Wisdom
It's
save?
bad.
Wisdom save, yeah. Okay,
That's not bad.
that's not horrible.
Hey, it's not Morgan.
Knowing with how you've been managing to roll my character, I don't think it'll work well for me.
Well, let's see. Oh, look, you got a 20. Haha, in your face.
Did you do it?
Yes. Yes, of course. Champion.
Literally-
So, Morgak,
Yes.
you are completely enamored with Sir Fertiddy, which is odd for you because the last time you felt this way was when you saw your wife bludgeon a man to death with his own face.
Those were the days.
You feel very strange. You feel compelled to find the nearest rock and kind of like smash it against an enemy's face just to see if it impresses her. But unfortunately, there's no.
And looks for an enemy.
Yeah, there's no enemies around. Unfortunately, so you just feel
They're
very
all
disappointed.
ash.
Yeah, they're all ashes.
Morgak still holds on to the rock.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
And Zeratus, you don't manage to resist either. You're basically charmed at this point.
Sure.
So she's very flattered, and she's like, "Oh, I seem to have that effect on many men. Mostly men. I don't know. It's odd. Anyway, thank you for releasing me from my prison. I appreciate it. One thing that I need to award you is something that I've been holding on for a while. It seems to be safer in your hands than anybody else's, so here, take this." And she hands you, with one of her tentacles, very gingerly, a tomb of sorts that looks to be etched in coral and seaweed. It has odd symbols written down its spine in the back of its cover, and on the front it's bound in like a leathery flesh of some unknown sea creature. Even ever so often you see the eye kind of follow your movements, but it doesn't blink.
Cool.
Mhm.
I accept.
Yeah. And Orisa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So your sister Fertilla, she comes to you, and she thanks you for saving her life, even though she is now gray instead of red. She kind of looks at her arms and is like, "You know what? This might take a little getting used to, but I think I can go with it." And she goes to reach around her neck, and she removes a necklace from her neck, and she says, "I won't be needing this anymore. Here, take it. It's yours. And whenever you need me, just talk into it." So she hands you a necklace.
Oh, I got my true form back.
You got what?
My true form.
Yes. You're a gnome. Yeah.
I know. I literally broke free from that stupid curse. It was so awful.
Yeah.
But I like being closer to you.
I do too, sister, but unfortunately we have to part ways again. But this, again, will help you in case you ever need to talk. It will help you talk to me. So, she hands you the necklace. It's got a skeleton's gem in it that seems to be glowing a bright blue right now. You're not sure why. She tells you it's called Geth's Blessing. And she says
we don't
it.
have spellcraft, do we?
Well, you
oh,
can.
wait, no, that's knowledge
you're-
arcana.
Yeah, Knowledge Arcana would work. You're not entirely sure what it does, but she basically says that it will protect you from the undead.
So, can you please explain to me how you got involved into this again?
Well, you see, sister, it just so happens that I was traveling with a band of minstrels, and we got this idea that we heard from a bunch of mercenaries. They were traveling to this island to retrieve some great treasure, apparently, that was here. It seems we kind of went over our heads, and we were immediately slaughtered by these sanguine that seemed to have taken up residence in this area. And unfortunately, they wanted me to open up a seal to a demon portal. Ha! You know, these things happen, of course. But I managed to survive. By the way, have you seen my boyfriend? He's been gone for so long. I worry so.
Well, you know, with becoming an adventurer, there are many costs. I have some bad news.
Oh.
I guess good news, depending on how it is. But this is you I'm talking about.
Did he get drunk again and fall overboard on the ship? He does that.
No, a little worse.
How much worse are we talking here?
No skin, muscle.
Are you saying he was
Well,
flayed?
For lack of a better term, yes.
Oh, my poor man. And she just kind of like slumps to the ground and starts crying. We had such great adventures. He was
She
such
hugs her
an amazing
sister.
person. And he did things with his tail that I never thought were possible.
Fidera, look at it this way. There are still many more men that we can both royally screw over.
Oh, I don't know. I think I need to mourn a little bit more. Maybe give me 5 minutes, please.
Yeah, that's usually how long it takes us to get over, I guess.
I figured. Okay. So you guys managed to unseal the portal. Surfer Titty thanks you, and she immediately says she has to get back to her son. And she goes off and dives deep into the water below the cliffside and disappears into the murky mists. By the way, I just realized something. No one ever told you how to get back. So you might have to figure that out.
Great.
Or survival.
That walks over to the portal.
Okay. Survival has failed you yet again, Zeratus. So, okay, Morgak, you're at the portal. What do you do?
That's a trained
Okay.
skill.
Still holding. Sorry, guys.
I cast Firebolt on the seal.
I was gonna holding his rock up. Morgan yells, "Open!"
It does not open. And Firebolt does not work either.
So how do we get out?
Who are you asking that?
Fidera.
Oh, Patilla. So she kind of like turns from her sobs in between. It's like, you gotta say the magic words. Oh God, Edward.
Morgan try his survival.
Okay.
Or is that what we're doing?
Open sesame.
And with that, the portal opens.
Boo! But I love it.
I like to say it in the terms of open sesame, but open sesame works. Yep.
Open.
Open sesame seeds.
Open sesame seeds. So yes, the portal reopens, and you guys head back to where you guys originally spawned in the cavern area. Of course, without the guards because they were all incinerated or tossed over a cliff. So yeah,
I'm pretty proud of forcing one to just jump off unwillingly.
unwillingly. Yeah, that's a good.
Morgak, still holding his rock, is going to walk over to one of the dead bodies and then just drop it on his face.
Whoa!
Okay, and it crushes with the nice wet crunch that you are always satisfied of hearing. That was a little excessive, but I like a man who's good with his hands. And she kind of like runs his arm down your arm there, and you kind of get like a
Morgak's
mild
arms
tingle.
across and just looking down, knowing how Arissa is, just like, no.
I told you. What did I tell you? I told you. 5 minutes. That was less than 5 minutes.
It was
I
not.
told
It was
you.
not less than 5 minutes. It was 6.
She kind of fumbles that.
Wow.
While they're distracted, Morgak goes and opens the door.
Sister, who's the oldest one?
So you open the door, and that's what you see in here.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
All
I
right.
figure we might as well grab anything in here before we leave.
So you see a couple potions on the bookshelf and some rusted old weapons and a pot with some food in it, but that's about it.
Gonna grab the potions.
So
They restock.
yes, add 3 cure lights to your inventory and 1 bull strength.
Okay, so cure lights are 3d8 plus con, or is
Yes.
it, how are we doing it?
Yeah, we were doing it the same we did with the other one, so 3d8 plus con for the cure light.
And then bull's strength.
And then a bull strength, yes. Arissa, your sister kind of like leans
What does
into
that
you a
mean?
little bit. Is like,
So, have you looked? How big is he?
I don't know. I prefer not to do it with my party members.
Oh, yes, quite. I ended up doing that. It didn't end well. One of them was flayed, apparently.
and she just kind of like sniffs a little.
If it helps, I can cremate his body. And
It's all right. I'll be fine.
keep up the acting. I promise that you will eventually reach my abilities.
I will, sister. Thank you.
Sorry, what did bull's strength do?
I will look that up for you real quick.
And it was 3 cure light wounds. potions,
3
right?
cure light wounds, yeah.
Was there any money to be stolen or taken?
Well, you haven't checked the bodies.
I'll check the bodies.
Check
All
the
right.
bodies.
So, for your bull strength, my friend, this is... don't show again. Shoo. I'll just copy and paste it in here because it's a little easier to do that. So basically, it just does what the spell does. Boop. That's what it does there. So for the bodies, you find 20 gold pieces, sir.
Hooray! I'll take it.
All right.
That was not meant to be hit.
I was going to say, and you cremated one of the sanguine bodies.
No, I'm just looking at over some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strong-ish.
Mm-hmm. Strong-ish, yes. So, For time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and say you guys make your way back to the boats, where Rylick and Herfsham have been waiting for hours. And they're not happy. They're just like, seriously, guys, what have you been doing this whole time? You could have said something.
I'm gonna get my ocarina back.
Okay, I'll just drag your pieces over here now.
Look at that picture.
Things.
And your sister kind of lets out a yell. "Ah, what is that thing?" And
It's a slime. He's basically harmless. He's called a bloop.
glorp. Is that all it says?
So far, yes.
Glorp. And he kind of like sploops his hands together. Strange creature. Very strange.
Very cute though.
Zeratos is gonna like go to like like ruffle your hand through someone's hair over gloop, but it
Yeah.
kind of just like goes through his head.
Okay. So as you do that, you kind of like go through his head, and you take 5 acid damage.
God damn
It's a good thing you healed.
it! Yeah.
It kind of, you feel it burning your scales, but it would have probably have done more to a normal person, you think, because you have hardened scales, so natural armor.
Good. Love me, little one.
I also have scales. Draconic bloodline, baby.
You're a gnome.
Yes, but I'm also a sorceress with the draconic bloodline. That's why I have the 16 AC.
Oh, okay. Sneaky. So yeah, you guys make it back to the ship, we'll say. So put you on here. And I think I'm going to stop the eerie cavern sounds now.
That's conic. Boom.
Yeah. So, there you go. You guys are back on your ship. You have Gloop with you. Or at least you're supposed to have Gloop with you, which I will do that eventually. But, yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't know if your pieces are still around here anymore. They should be. Yeah, Morgak and Arissa, and you guys are all up at the top there. Yep. And then I will actually go back here real quick. So yeah, you guys now have some downtime. Because it's going to be about, I'm going to say it's going to be about like a week or 2 weeks travel before you guys reach Davenport, which is the port city in the Elvish Empire that you guys need to reach.
The port city is named Davenport.
Yes.
I'm Davenport, Davenport, Davenport,
Davenport.
Davenport,
Davenport.
Davenport,
Yes. Very entertaining.
Davenport.
And Gloop yells out, Davenport! 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 Davenport!
God.
Gloop! Gloop! Davenport!
Morgak goes
Gloop! Gloop!
on deck
Davenport!
before he loses his shit.
I'm gonna follow Morgag.
Okay.
We're actually gonna go find the gnome that said, "Hey, you should use this axe."
Actually, I should just use this thing. So yeah, do you guys want to explore the ship a little, or talk to Yasser or Zasser, because I think you guys were supposed to get like a reward or something, maybe? I don't know, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll bring him the gloop.
All right. Bring him
I'll
the
play.
group.
I'll play my ocarina to bring him over.
All right. So yeah, he'll come
Well,
down
just 'cause.
with you. Okay, yeah. He hears the ocarina and immediately starts following the sound. You're really wondering how he can hear it, considering it doesn't look like he has any ears that are discernible on his features. But hey,
I mean, we wonder
heard
why
them.
snakes can hear.
true. So he just kind of like stands beside you and is like, "Glorp, glorp, glorp," splooping his hands, dancing a little.
All right. I think Morgak was gonna do something first.
Hmm.
I was gonna find the gnome that. Okay, so we needed
Well,
to
it's
drop
the
off
same
the-
guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the second floor.
Yeah, Morgak just wanted to ask him a question.
And you hear Oust and Harkon in the nearby cabin just kind of having an argument on who's the better musician of our time. And they're arguing between Led Zeppelin and AC/DC, which neither band you've ever heard of, but I don't know. It's just some very weird bantering happening there.
Morgak puts his head in Metallica.
It's like, and then you hear yelling out the door, "Heathen! You know nothing of music!"
Beethoven!
Gag me with a
Oh,
spoon. He was a rock star of his time. What are you talking about?
Fair enough.
Amadeus, Amadeus!
Yeah. Amadeus. That's definitely Beethoven. Yep.
Have you never heard that one?
I've heard that one, but that's not Beethoven. I was thinking Fifth Symphony, not...
I thought that was Mozart.
Shh! I know classical!
I could always sing some Bach.
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 Yeah, you gotta do it with the phlegm at the end. Bach.
Bach.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked here.
Plebiscite.
So, you guys bring Gloop to Zasser Quibig, who is ecstatic with you bringing him back. But he's a little bit puzzled, and he kind of comes to you, Zeratus, and he's like, excuse me, did you by any chance touch him?
He'll like raise his scales, which look like a different shade. So, like, yeah.
Oh, dear me. Well, he would have stayed with me, but it appears he's kind of become attached to you. Are you aware of imprinting, young man?
Apparently not.
Hold on.
Yes.
So yes, you have heard of this term before. It basically means an animal, when it imprints on the people who find it, or at least the person it finds most attracted to in any shape or form, will stay with them. And it will become very difficult for you to part ways just because of that.
Amazing.
So it looks like Gloop is imprinted on you, Zeratus.
I have one gloop.
Gloop!
That's
Zeratus, best buddy! And he goes to hug you. Do you resist?
No.
No? Okay.
Give,
So,
give me the 10 poison damage.
no, he kind of goes to it, and he feels like his body is kind of singeing you a little, so he kind of pulls away. He's like, "Oh, sorry." You don't take any damage. It kind of like burned your armor a little bit.
Alright. He heated me up.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh my, he really has taken a shining to you. Here, this might help. It's acid resistant. Best to wear it around him when you feed it. Trust me.
Right.
I've been covered in slime too many times." And he hands you like this weird looking sort of like almost heavy overcoat that feels shiny on the outside, but
Cool.
out of character, it's a heavy raincoat, essentially.
Is it like Neo's from the Matrix?
Not quite. It's yellow, bright,
Oh, okay.
bright yellow, heavy overcoat that is like smooth and shiny on the outer side. So he's like, "You wear this
Don't
whenever
tell
he
me.
wants to give you a hug or you feed him. It will protect you from acid."
Yellow overcoat for glue.
Yes.
Wait. I know how to fix this. Precipitation. Make it black like Neo's.
Oh, there you go.
Much better.
Much better. There you go.
Now I'm gonna put yellow in brackets,
It's yellow on the
Black.
inside.
like Neo's.
Black like
It's
Neos.
bigger on the inside.
Hmm.
Oh,
Awesome.
I almost forgot. I have to. Well, I did offer you guys some rewards, but it's something I've been working on. A couple of trinkets. And he goes and he runs back into his office, like, come to me, please. They're in my study.
Magical bubbles.
So he's kind of rummaging through a very. It looks like it's a oversized bag of holding, and he's kind of like tossing things out. You see him toss out like a metal arm with like 3 jewels in it. It's like a gold metal arm. He's like, I don't know why I have this, and he keeps tossing more stuff out. You see like this book wrapped in like twine that says "Do not open," and it kind of like calls out to you guys as he tosses. It's like, feed me. And he's like, oh dear, this thing again. Always hungry. And he throws it off to the corner. It's like, feed yourself, you piece of garbage. Anyway. And he's throwing more stuff out. He throws like this metallic looking hilt that looks like it would be attached to a sword. And it looks like it has some sort of like buttons on the side that are you're able to press. But he's just like, I don't even know what this is. And he throws it off to the side. And as he throws it, it kind of hits the side of the ship. And one of the buttons clicks, and a bright light, sort of like a really long bright light, burns through the side of the ship and like goes into the bottom of the ship. It kind of like burns right through. He was like, oh my, that's what that does. Oh, dear me. And
Then you should have figured it out by pushing a button.
yeah, apparently. And he's like, oh, finally, here it is. And it's like, I found some of the items here. Let's see. I have a bag of tricks, a couple of those. Belt of greater intelligence. I've been working on that. It's been a work in progress. I also have a mandolin, which I've imbued with the infatuation spell. This would be good for your gentleman who plays the lute there. Let's see, what else do I have? A collar of undeath. Yes, this is a very useful item. It might help with your Reaper friend and his zombie companion. Or the pots, anyway. I also have runes of Geth, which I found on that island you guys were visiting recently. I just kind of snuck in there one night and was rummaging through, found a few things. But yes, what items would you like?
Interesting.
We're actually gonna hold the sword that, expands out and just look at it, see if you could use it as a heavy weapon.
It actually burned a hole through the side of the ship, and it went to the ground, so the 3rd floor. So it's not with you guys right now.
Okay, we'll wait on that then.
So you go and fetch it?
Later, yeah.
Later? Okay, no problem. Do you need me to go through the list again real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got 2 bags of tricks. He's got 2 belts of greater intelligence, a mandolin of infatuation, a collar of undeath, and the runes of Geth.
I'm guessing the belt would be good for me because intelligence is not my strong suit.
Sure. So he'll give you the belt of greater intelligence. So I'll give you one of those.
What are runes of Geth?
Are you asking Zasser?
No, I'm asking you.
Me? Well, I can't tell you that. you
Awesome.
you have to roll knowledge arcana or knowledge I don't think they have planes on here. Knowledge arcana is probably the best thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you have no idea what they are. Morgak, you are very familiar with Geth because he's the Lord of Death. You know that some tribes of orcs worship him specifically because they find that they have strength and resolve through him the more enemies they fell. So there are some tribes of orcs that do follow Geth.
And Geth is the guy of death.
Yeah, the god of undeath.
couldn't figure out a more original name than that, huh?
No. Why?
Just wondering.
Seeing Arissa,
I thought I was creative.
Just lean down and tell her.
But I'm going to add that to under your gods tab. That is Geth. That's what he looks like.
Cool.
Oh, he's lawful neutral.
Well, yeah.
Eh.
He cares not about the follies of man.
That's when you go with true neutral.
I know nothing about it.
He follows a code, so.
Yeah.
I guess.
Death has codes and laws and things you need to follow. And yeah, Zertis, you have no idea who Geth is.
I only roll well when it's
When it matters, really. Matters the most.
Well,
Okay.
Morgak will relay that knowledge so they know.
Okay. So you relay
So
that
they
knowledge.
both scratch their heads about it.
Mhm.
What does my belt give me?
Did you put it on?
I will try it on.
Okay. Roll a will save, please.
Will. Wait, what? Will?
Will save. Yes.
Where's Will?
Is it?
Wisdom?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Intelligence saving throw. Let's do that. Sorry. Intelligence saving throw.
No!
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Hey!
Hey, okay, so you're good. So what this belt does is it'd probably be easier if I just copy and paste it in the chat here for you so you can do that. So that's what the belt does.
Watch the first thing say, cursed.
You're lucky it didn't turn you into a woman though.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, I'd be one damn good looking
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
little lizard man. Woman.
Yeah. So you resisted its ability to turn you into a woman.
Cool.
Yeah. And you have advantage on all intelligence checks.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Advantage on
Don't see anything that would be of use to Arissa, to be honest.
Okay. Well, he kind of looks at your disappointed face. He's like, you know what, dear? I think I might have something else for you. Over here, please. And he just kind of like waddles over. And he's like, hello there, Draco. Who's a good boy? And the little dragonling just kind of like turns. And you can see it clutching something shiny in its back claws, and it kind of like hisses at him and is like, oh, you're always being so sassy. My dear, have you had any interest in a pseudo-dragon, perchance?
Yes, actually, I have been looking into them myself for a while.
Perfect. Well, I might just have the one for you, then, don't I? Say hello to Draco. He's a little special, and the reason I say that is, you see that little shiny gold coin? That is literally his, well, I guess you could call it his hoard. He absolutely refuses to let it go. It's a little bizarre. But as long as he has his coin, he's happy. And he sleeps preferably on a bed of jewels and fur, if you have it available. Otherwise, he gets a little cranky in the mornings.
Hello there. She doesn't need to bend down. She just holds
No.
out her hand.
He's in a cage right now. He's like, would you like to hold him?
No. Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
But-
no, yeah, no.
It's a gnome thing.
Yes. Okay, so I believe there's handle animal that you have to
animal
do.
handling.
Yeah, animal
Let's go
handling.
down.
So I'll get you to roll that. See how you do.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
That's not bad. So he kind of like coaxes over to you and coos a little. But he's a little skittish right now. He's not used to you. So he's kind of like keeping his distance at the moment, but he's curious. Kind of like sniffs your hand a little.
I say in Draconic, there's no reason to be feared. To fear me.
And he's like, and just kind of like hops onto your hand. He's actually a lot smaller than normal pygmy dragons or normal pseudo dragons. So it looks like he might be a pygmy pseudo dragon. He's about the size. He's about the size of your palm, actually. And for a gnome, that's tiny.
It's perfect.
But he's got like little wings, and he's clutching onto like this coin that is like half the size of his body.
I've
Hey.
seen pictures of something like that, and it's super cute.
Yeah, he just kind of like sits in your hand, and he takes his coin and kind of like clutches it in front of his claws and starts like nibbling on the coin a little. It's like a soother to him.
Ah.
Hmm.
He's teething.
Yeah. He's got like 2 little fangs, but that's about it. He's kind of like teething at the moment. He doesn't have his full set of fangs yet.
How old is this little fella?
Oh, he's probably about 4 weeks old. He was abandoned by his mother, unfortunately. He was seen as too weak to fly.
I call her bullshit. He's too cute.
Well, he's yours if you want him.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, young lady. Now, I really hope we get to this port soon. I have to get home to my pet shop. Oh, that reminds me. If you're ever in the city of Davenport, please come by my shop. I would love to show you some of my other collection of animals that I have.
What was this guy's name again?
Zasser Quibig.
Did you choose the name Davenport from the Adventure Zone?
No, actually, I did not.
How do you spell it?
I'll type it in here.
Do you have information on the pseudo dragon? Any bonuses or anything like that? Or just
So,
companion?
yes, I do. He is a companion. He's called a pygmy pseudo dragon. Let me pull this up here.
How do you
real
spell
quick.
pygmy?
Pygmy.
Okay, go slow.
Pygmy. And these are his basic stats that he has. He doesn't have fire, but he shoots a single magic missile from his mouth.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, so 25 fly speed, 25 move, 30 HP, and he can fire 1 single magic missile. Plus 1 force damage. So yeah.
What was the name of his shop?
Hold on, I gotta pull this up here real quick. Hold on, I wrote it down. Zasser Quibig's Exotic Mammals and Mythical Creature Emporium.
Can you just complete that for me?
So, exotic mammals.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Exotic mammals.
And mythical creature
Okay, important.
emporium. Yes.
I like the sounds of that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. So, as for downtime for you guys, you do have the ability to. Yep.
I wanted to ask him something real quick.
Sure.
Alright, my axe keeps telling me to kill it. Is that normal?
Let me take another look at that. Would you mind just setting it on the floor? Unfortunately, I don't have the upper body strength such as you.
He rolls his eyes and drops it.
I could probably lift it.
You want to try?
Yes.
Okay. So, go ahead and try and lift the axe. Strength check.
Okay, give me a sec.
Oh,
Come on,
nice.
crit, because I want this to be super weird and awesome.
Hmm. So,
Strength or...
strength, yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, you go to try and pick it up, and it doesn't even budge once. He's like,
Oh my dear, not even you would be able to lift this thing, unfortunately.
so he kind of like takes his bifocals and flicks down twice on them to reveal like some magnifying glasses, and he looks into it more, and he kind of like takes out his wand and kind of like lets go of the wand, and it floats over the axe, and the wand immediately shoots back into his hand like it was hit by an electric shock. It's like, oh dear. So your axe is called the Bloodletter. It seems to be cursed. Whomever you got this from, it's going to continue to ask you to kill people. And it's going to get hungrier and hungrier until you feed it. This is a very dangerous weapon to be holding on to, because the longer you hold on to it, the more likely it's going to make you hurt people that you don't want to. This is not something that I would be holding on to, but unfortunately, if you try and get rid of it, you will be compelled to hold on to this weapon until somebody can come along and remove the curse.
Got it. Morgan just picks it back up.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I think there might be someone that would be able to help you in Davenport, but I haven't talked to him in a long time. I can't
His name
remember.
Davenport?
No, I can't really remember his name. I think it rhymes with Hurley or something.
Curly?
Hurley, yes. Something like that.
I guess we'll just look for someone that removes curses.
Probably for the best, yes. I would check the shops, local ones. I don't know when we're going to reach the port, but it'll probably be quite late. Or early. Or afternoon. I don't know. I am quite tired. I should probably go to bed.
Well, in the meantime, Morgak opens up his bag of holding and just drops the axe in there.
Okay. And as you do so, it yells out, "Feed me!" Excuse me? What'd you say?
It says something.
Oh, yeah, we do that. It's evil. Okay, well, good night.
Wow.
With that, he just kind of like flops on his bed.
Didn't it just eat?
It's very hungry.
Alright.
Morgak pulls out his normal axe and just like looks at it and just sees if it's going to talk to him now.
It says nothing.
Is it nighttime now?
Yeah, I would say it's nighttime now.
So, like, we're gonna get a full rest, hopefully?
You're gonna get a full rest. Like I said, you guys have a week's worth of downtime. So what that basically means is you can work on a specific skill to increase by 1. Or I think Zeratis and Morgak, you guys had plans to do something together.
Yeah.
Fight!
Fight.
Well, that's
Fight.
Yeah.
actually kind of part of it.
Pillow
That's
fight.
most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I guess, like, after Morgak finds out about his sword or whatever, Zeratus will walk over to him and kind of just, like, kind of lead him away from the others for a second,
Hmm.
if he'll follow.
And Gloop follows intently behind.
Oh my god, I need like a Pokeball for this guy. Anyway,
I think you're just going to keep following you.
Gloop! Best friends are a tusk, gloop! Gloop and Zeratus, gloop and Zeratus, gloop, gloop, gloop. Sploosh, sploosh,
Let
gloop.
him sing the song. Let him have him.
This is why
so-
I don't make friends.
So,
I thought I was your friend.
Advanced acquaintance.
Alright, so Zeratus will say, Morgak.
Performance check for fake crying.
One second.
Disadvantage.
Oh no! She schooled you, man. She is crying her eyes out, and you feel horrible. You feel compelled. You feel compelled now to like buy her something to make her stop crying.
It turns around, just walks back to her,
No,
and open up his bag of holding.
short lady, sad. You hurt feelings.
Oh no.
I noticed. Alright, sorry. Guess we're friends.
Okay. And Gloop is like, good big man, green make good now, yes. And goes back to Zertis.
I feel judged.
Alright, I'm gonna give Gloop a goblin bone.
Ooh!
Just for a second.
If he had eyelids, they would be wide right now.
Alright, and because I know it's his favorite, I'll stick a goblin eye on the end of
Oh, he is so happy right now. You have no idea. He takes it in his hand and he just like sploops down in the middle of the floor and starts like licking the eyeball. Or, well, not
like
licking it, but like sticking it in his head and taking it out. Sticking in his
the
head.
one thing I remember was that he liked goblin eyes.
Those are his favorite. Yep.
Alright, so Zeratas will be like, Morgak.
Yeah.
I was trained. Where is it? I was trained by the Order of the Eternal Ocean to be a paladin when I escaped my past, we'll say. But the way you fight, can you teach me how you do what you do?
Just how to kill things better.
I
I haven't done anyone in years.
Is my sister still on the ship?
Sorry?
Is my sister still on the ship?
Yeah, she's on the top of the ship.
I run up and grab her hand. Shipping is happening. Shipping is happening. Shipping is happening. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's watch.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we're hiding. Are you two like hiding behind the door in Zasser's cabin or something? Okay, because he's snoring very loudly. You can't really hear anything.
Alright, so Zeratas will continue. The Order taught me how to focus and be more tactical in my strikes. But you attack with such ferocity and such... would he know the word, like, he would say rage, right?
Yeah, rage.
Attacking with such force and rage. But it's controlled when you do it.
I don't know about much control with it, but yeah, I guess.
Would you be able to show me how to enter such a rage state?
I can try. I'll have to remember how my teacher taught me how to do it.
It'll be good practice.
Well, remember, I'm an orc, and I was trained by orcs. There's not a lot of surviving in orc training.
So Zeratus will kind of like do some sort of manly thing, right? Like, you know, like hits his chest or something. Like, we lizard folk, we're hearty. We can take it.
All right, we'll see.
Just don't use the talking axe.
No, don't worry about that one.
Have any of you guys seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just fuck already!
Bit soon, but okay. We'll start tomorrow. I want a nap.
Sounds good. If there's anything I can do for you. And like, he kind of like looks as what he could offer. Just let me know.
Just be prepared.
Alright. If I remember, I slept on the top of the ship, right? Yeah.
I think so.
slept outside.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna head up there unless anyone else is gonna chat with me.
I think you're good. As you guys exit, you hear Austin Harkon having a rap battle.
Great. This is the ultimate showdown.
Gloop kind of like goes to the door and starts rapping with them. Oh, that bitches crawl. Oh, skeet skeet, motherfucker.
Wow.
We're guys gonna go grab the light stick that fell.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just gonna pocket that.
All right.
'Cause
So
I guess the wizard doesn't care.
apparently not. So you can add a radiant light sword to your
Ooh.
inventory. I'll come
It's
up
a
with
lightsaber.
stats. Yeah. Hey, copyright. All right.
We can't say that.
Shh. I don't want the Disney to come after me.
Do what Terraria did. They called them phase saber.
Oh, see, then I'd be ripping off Terraria, and then they could sue me too. So
Called Moonlight Blade.
It's not like a sunblade or something.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, we'll call it a Sunblade. That's fine. We'll do that.
Eternal Sunblade.
And Zeratus, as you head up the staircase, you can also hear Reaper doing some weird summoning in the church chapel at the front of the ship as well. He's talking to his zombie friend. Well, he's not really talking to the zombie friend. He's talking into a bag of body parts.
Great.
Yeah. He's like, seriously, man, you need to shut up. You know I'm going to make you more powerful than you could ever imagine. I just need your arm. No. Please, just hand it over. Give me the arm. Give it to me. And it just continues like that.
Arissa's pygmy dragon's name is Draco, right?
Draco, yeah. Last name Malfoy.
Malfoy!
I'm gonna make a little name tag out of wood, like a
Aww.
dog tag kind of thing.
Cool.
I'll just pocket it for
All right. So yeah, is everyone heading to bed now?
now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm guessing my sister will be bunking with me. Even though we're
Um.
trying to sleep with all the guys.
Yeah.
if she wants to sleep outside, I'm up.
See, right now she's kind of hitting on one of the guardsmen who is taking a very good liking to her. And the other guardsman who's nearby is also talking to her.
Just frick already.
And we'll say a few minutes pass, and both her and the three men end up going into the top of the ship here.
What?
And
Get out of here.
yeah.
I'm
Hey,
trying to sleep.
you.
Well, not the top of the ship, like
Oh.
the middle of the ship where the common bunking area is for all the
Okay.
other people.
Alright.
Hey, Luke, wanna do a spying mission?
Glurp, spy, good.
And back.
Welcome back. What
Hi,
glurp
welcome
do?
back. Well, specifically, I want to see if I can embarrass my sister.
Ooh, I like bears. They taste good.
Not bears, embarrass. Like,
I've been in bear too. It's tasty.
Wow.
He takes things very literally.
Flustered.
Okay, so you go and try to embarrass your sister now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Stealth. Definitely stealth. Unless, of course, you purposely want to just barge in.
No.
Oh, yeah, you're very
Nice.
quiet. Just for funsies, I'm going to see how well Gloop does. He would be, as far as I remember, very good at stealth as well, so we'll see. Apparently not that good. He just keeps saying his name over and over again as he follows you, and all the guards take notice and start freaking out a bit. And they're like, "What is that monstrosity?" And they all kind of like begin to surround you. It's like, "What is it? It's a demon. It's a
Don't make
disgusting, acidic animal."
me come down there.
Arissa will say, they speak Gnomish, right? These are the guards of...
Yeah. Well, dwarves. These guys are dwarves.
In Gnomish, I say, relax, speak with me.
Well,
This is
they
my
they don't know Gnomish. They're dwarves, so they speak Dwarvish.
Oh,
Dwarvish and Common. So
I'm coming, I'm like, relax, use my pet. I have two pets.
He's getting a little nervous. Roll for persuasion.
Give me seconds.
Ooh, nice. So, yeah, they're just like seeing his mannerisms towards you and what he's been acting like around everyone else. They're just like, yeah, guess, fine. And they go back to their food on their tables.
Phew! Almost ate their faces. Could have hurt them bad.
Don't eat their faces, they're allies.
Their eyeballs no taste good at goblin though.
Wow.
So,
Do I
yeah.
need to reroll stuff?
No, you're already at the door. You can hear them talking and laughing right now. And it sounds like they are drinking a bit, too.
I shall wait.
Okay.
I shall plan.
The plan?
Yes, there is a slight plan.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you do, Morgak? What are you up to? Sleep?
Yeah, pretty much just sleep and dwell on old memories and see if he remembers how the fuck do you train people again? And then he remembers his first time training with the guy who taught him how to delve into his rages.
Yep.
Tomorrow's gonna be fun.
Alrighty. So we're going to say the night drags on and the two guards end up leaving holding each other's hands. And you hear a bit of a sigh come from the other room.
Dang it! This? Everything alright? Yep.
They're gay with each other, not with me.
Why are you sounding like that?
She's kind of crying a little bit. It's not fair. What's a girl got to do to get her rocks off around here?
Well, most of the people on the ship are all male, and they bound to figure out how to stick something in somewhere.
Blurp stick in head. Look, see?
And he just takes the stick that he had the eyeball attached to and sticks it in his head. In and out, in and out.
Like this?
And it's making slooping sounds every time he does it. That's just awkward.
He's very sweet.
I'm
Like,
sure he is, but I would rather not be incinerated.
I know. That's where Mage Hand comes in hand.
Oh my.
Does he even have any appendages? Really?
No, not in that way. I mean, he's, like I said, no trying to surprise you, but he's a better pet, for lack of a better term.
Oh, interesting. He seems to like you quite a bit.
Yes, but not in that way, I can assure you.
Blurp has bestest friends ever.
So yeah.
I cast Mage Hand to pet him on, like, basically kind of do the same thing as
Oh
my
yeah.
favorite laser did, but
Hmm.
she can't.
Yeah.
Though she might have scales, they would probably hurt her more.
Yeah, she's got skills, but Mage Hand works. He kind of like coos a little and almost immediately falls asleep in a big pile of goo right on the floor there. Apparently Mage Hand has a good effect on him.
Good to know!
So yeah.
And this little guy, she, has her pseudo-dragon crawl onto her hand and hands it to her. This one's named Draco.
I'll just bring him over there.
I got
Here you go.
Yay. Do you have a picture of Draco?
Not yet, but I can get one for you. I gave you control of his mini, though, so you can move him around if you want.
Where is he?
He's right in front of your sister's avatar, so right here.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. She's like, oh, he's adorable. Well, I think I'm going to go to bed now. We have a long day ahead of us. Well, week, I suppose.
We could play matchmaker.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a man, catch me a catch. I love that song.
I know. We all know the song. I was talking about, like... Try shipping and finding all that stuff. No one? Okay.
No, you're all getting blank stares from everyone in this room. And by in this room, I mean just dead silence, which can be construed as a blank stare.
My character's asleep.
And so is Morgak. So yeah, I think you guys can call it a night for now, and we can get started on the training that you wanted to do. And for you, Lydia, you can work on a skill for a week that will allow you to increase it by 1 point. So what I mean by that is you can go into your character sheet, and under core, you can choose under skills one that you would like to increase just by 1. Actually, you know what? To make it, you know what? I'll be very generous, and I will allow you to make yourself proficient in a constitution or charisma skill that you are not proficient in yet. So you pick one?
There are no skills.
Yeah. So a charisma skill that you are not proficient in yet, I'll let you choose one.
Intimidation!
All right. There you
That's the
go.
only one.
That will be your reward for the entire week. Or actually, it's technically 2 weeks. And then you guys are training, so you guys can go ahead and do that. Now, what exactly did you want to get out of this, Mike? You wanted to be able to rage?
Well, basically, whenever the next level up is, I might take one in Barbarian. But yeah, like, being able to rage would be cool. But
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of just want to flavor it as my next level up. Be like, taking a dip into Barbarian.
Okay.
The opposite sides of the spectrum, right? Like Paladin and Barbarian.
Well, so when would you end up getting the rage ability? If you went into Barbarian, would you get it as soon as you hit level 1? At level 1, you get it. Okay. So, I'll say with the training that you did. I'm just trying to figure out how I would do this. What I could do before you reach level 6 is I can allow you to rage once a day.
Hey, that's cool.
And you can only recharge it after a long rest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is how all rages are, actually.
Yeah. So I'll let you get rage ahead of time, just because he kind of gave you like the 2 weeks training, and then Morgak. Yeah. And then Morgak, you can choose something that Zeratis can teach you.
Yeah, like, do you want any Paladin cool stuff that's not spells?
Yeah,
What-
Morgak does not like spells.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you wanted to, I'll let you learn a cantrip after 2 weeks.
I don't think Paladin.
Morgak is very anti-magic.
Okay, so yeah, not so much a magic gun. So
Do barbarians have fighting styles?
No, I'd be down with the fighting style.
they have like paths that they take. Barbarians have paths, so
Yeah.
yeah.
The top two are Frenzy and Token.
Hold on a
Sorry,
second.
Totem.
This might get wonky because I'm copying it from PDF, but where the hell is it? Here, I'm gonna post it right. Ooh. I guess I could only teach you the one I know, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can only teach him
yeah.
what you know.
Dueling.
Yeah, I never use that.
Yeah. Melee, because you're two-handed, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe if Smexy lets me, I could have been trained in some of the other ones. It's just I choose to go with one.
Bless you, I think.
Yes,
Times
those
3?
are, those are sneezes.
Okay.
It sounded like a hamster was getting crushed.
Why don't if Smexy will let me, I'll teach you great weapon fighting.
Let's see.
If you don't have anything like that already,
No, I do not.
because the weapon has to be a two-handed property.
That's okay. That's not OP at all. Yeah, I'll let him learn great weapon fighting. So he gets to re-roll a single damage die if he rolls a 1 or a 2 on it, and it has to be a two-handed weapon.
But you have to use the new roll, so if it's the same or worse.
Yeah.
Or it can't be worse, but
Yeah, okay, that's fine with me. So yeah, Morgak, you can learn the great weapon fighting, and you can add that description into your skill base.
okay. Thematically for this training, I also want to have a two-handed weapon. Wait, is the longsword versatile? I
Yeah,
think it is, right?
Yeah.
longsword
cool,
you can
cool.
be two-handed.
Okay, I'll just use my longsword then.
Okay.
Just for flavor, the first day was just they talked for a minute and then instantly out of nowhere, Morgak went into a frenzied rage and started just punching you and trying to get you to like get mad at him.
Alright. We'll say like it didn't work. Like I got upset but not to the point of like
Not to
rage.
the point of rage.
Yeah. Like what the hell?
Yeah, and Gloop is like around the corner watching you guys spar, and he's like freaking out. He's like, "They hurt each other, not good. Friends be friends forever."
Don't
I'm
don't
going
worry,
to play
Gloop.
right
It's a
now to
part
see
of
how it
the
went.
training exercises.
I want to tell Gloop it's okay as I get like socked in the face.
It's okay, buddy. Poof.
No, it's not. Either survive or you die. Text you again.
Alright, cool. Let me input reach.
And
Elissa just spiked in face palms like, I am the mother of the party. Just keep reminding myself that.
your sister continues her attempt to flirt with every single man on board, to no
They all
avail.
turned up.
Yeah, they're
They're all gay except
yeah.
for us.
Yep. Yeah, they're not coming around.
I just think my sister might be trying to like ship me with one of the characters.
Yeah, we'll say she's trying to set you up with Morgak. She's just like, he likes you. I know he does.
No. Oh no. He tolerates me. That's the key word there. But you are the one who tried to make it obviously that you were flirting.
I wasn't flirting. I was checking my prospects. It's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
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 And as you guys are sparring, the captain comes down and kind of eyes you up, Morgak and Zertis, and he's like, "Urgh!" And the parrot goes like, "Rock, you're scaring the children."
Does he want in on this?
Morgak's in a frenzied rage. He doesn't get care.
No, he's the captain just like is basically telling you, he's like, try and keep down the screams a little bit. We're trying to have tea time. And then he just basically go back upstairs. But yeah.
Terrible.
Wow.
That's why I use the mace.
Mm-hmm. Morgak definitely has an upper hand on you when it comes to that.
No, he's just fighting with his fists. For the
Oh,
first.
fist. Okay. So yeah, sparring with
He's
fist.
taking it sort of easy.
Sort of easy. Okay.
Let me see.
A good roll, then a bad roll.
Okay. You got everything ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So we're gonna say that these 2 weeks have
I'm
passed.
testing out to see how it's working with it.
Yeah.
I found some code and interpreted it into Roll20 to see if it's working well. Seems like it's good.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you guys, the weeks have melted away like they were nothing. You guys finally end up at Davenport, the Elvish Empire port. I am going to end it here, just because I think we got a good, solid 3 hours or so in. So hopefully we'll have more people join us later on. I do have quite a bit planned already ahead of time, so we should have more than enough time to start the next session. And I'm interrupted again.
I mean, we could.
And
Let's
it's
just
like, yeah, add RP behind it.
Okay, there we go. Now you can hear me again. So I don't know if you caught all that, but I'm going to end it at the Davenport, and we'll continue on hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks. I will
Is this
keep
the
you.
Port of Davin? Or
Yes, this is Davenport,
The port of Davin.
the port of Davin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So-
Davin space port.
Davin Spaceport. Yeah.
Got it.
So yeah, I'll keep you guys informed.
For the times that I
On-
was able to.
What's that?
It's a page.
It was
Yes,
fun for the times I was able to.
All right.
that helps. Yeah.
Are we close to leveling up, or is that like another session?
After this session, I'll have you guys level up to 6. Yeah.
Like after this one or the next?
Next one.
Because because the other guys weren't here.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything when we've have so little of the party. I'm also going to be good, and I'm going to let them choose some of the items that Zasser offered you guys as well, because he still has a few items to give them.
Yeah.
So it should be fine.
Yeah.
So aside from that, I'll keep you guys up to date, all of you up to date, either on. I think Discord is actually the best to get a hold of you guys. I probably won't post anything scheduled on Roll20 until I actually have decided what to choose for the date. So, yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to say, so I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a trap.
Yeah.
Couldn't just hand
Hey,
it.
I almost got turned in.
Almost, yes.
Every time you activate it, or you just.
I think it was when I
Total
put it
when you activate
on. Like, as if I take it off and put it on again, I guess it'll trigger.
Yeah, I can't tell you that, but yeah.
I'll just leave it on for now.
You have
Yeah.
a week or 2 weeks, you can mess with it.
Mm-hmm. True.
Dude looks like a lady.
So yeah,
Oh shit, that dude is legitimately a lady.
I thought it was pretty clever coming up with a belt of a greater intelligence that turns someone into a woman.
Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty good. But yeah,
Oh, now I have to talk to you specs because you added background detail.
sorry, you're cutting out what?